low compact to the ground, can get in and out of breaks at the top of the routes. Not a lot of wasted movement while he's running. In the blink of an eye, he can take a hitch, he can take a slant, he can take a shallow route, the distance. And then if you're a DB, like I just mentioned, if you want to play around and not get out of your back pedal, touchdown over your head for a deep one.
Miami in rebuild mode continues to stockpile draft picks, currently with 11, 2 in the first round. NBA Timberwolves will be without their best player for the next week or two. Guard Anthony Edwards sidelined by right knee soreness. Minnesota is 6th in the West. NHL Oilers forward Leon Draisaitl out the rest of the regular season with a lower body injury. Edmonton 3rd in the Pacific Division. Duke's Cam Boozer among 3 freshmen named to the AP All-American first team.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Wednesday, my Lakers are rolling, but will they be able to make it 2 in a row against the Rockets? It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Muso. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Shea Dixon in 15 minutes. Lee Fineswag will make his annual appearance next hour. You already know what's coming if you're an OG. If you don't, well, it's probably the exact same thing that you would have heard last year at this time or any year prior for the last decade and a half. But damn it, it's worth it, and I want to do it, so we're going to do it in hour number 2. And Chris Deioui will be here in hour 3. A lot to do. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Same AOL email address for Lee, by the way. God bless old people that just won't ever change. It's so good. Speaking of old people that won't change, Cam Jordan still doesn't have a team. Maybe.
Awkward silence.
Well, which is it? Is it the awkward silence or we get a ding? Okay, all right. So the first wave of NFL free agency has come and gone. That's when all the high-priced free agents, the most coveted free agents, find their new homes, landing spots, whatever it's going to be. And then once that market is set, the next wave typically happens. So part of that will be Cam Jordan, who still doesn't have a team. Remember, Cam Jordan is an unrestricted free agent. Saints did not agree to terms with Cam before the league year started. He can sign wherever he wants. I think it's also very telling that here you are almost a week into free agency, and Cam Jordan doesn't have a team yet. And I think that's pretty telling of what the market is. Now, Cam Jordan was asked. He sat down with Teron Armstead, his former teammate, on the set with Teron Armstead. This is number 3, please. And was asked if he wants to be back in New Orleans. And I think this is the most revealing comment.
If things that don't add up to what I consider as value happen, I understand the business nature of it all. You know, in my mind, I'm like, of course, you know, you see guys my age re-sign to the team because that's the only team that they've ever been with, and you're like, hell yeah, we love that. But that's to his situation. That may not be to my situation. As football players, we only control what we can control. So as much as I'd be like, hell yeah, I want them to love me just like I love them. Sometimes, you know, the business side of that makes you feel emotional. You got to be able to take your emotions out of it. So of course I'd love to be in New Orleans. And at the same time, hey, if the sense doesn't make sense, you know, we got to find our own path.
If the sense doesn't make sense, We got to find our own path. Okay, well, let's kind of talk about what that sense looks like, right? And the market is speaking. And this is true in everything. I know it's difficult when you're talking about a sports franchise because you're talking about human beings. And a lot of times there's an emotional attachment to these beings. But imagine these aren't humans and players and people for whom you've bought their jersey and cheered for and had great moments and memories. Imagine this is a car. Imagine it's a car. And there's a car on the lot or a home. You're putting your home for sale. And man, you love your home. You raised your kids in that home. You're emotional about your home. You've got memories there. You've laughed there. You've cried there. You've had birthdays there. You've had celebrations, life's great moments. I mean, that's your home. And you put it on the market and you list it for X, and it sits. And it sits and it sits and it sits. And it sits and it sits and it sits. And you're not getting showings and you're not getting offers. The market is speaking to you. The market is telling you you have priced that home too high. And so Cam Jordan similarly is saying, if the cents don't make sense, I'll look for other options. Well, Cam, the Saints didn't sign you before the league year started. The first wave of free agency has come and gone, and you still don't have a team. And here you are. So how does the sense make sense? Shared this with you before the league year started. Spotrac has the calculated market value. This is their own calculation based on comparable players in the league, service time, all that sort of stuff. And they have Cam Jordan pegged at a 1-year, $6.8 million deal. 1 year, 6.76 to be exact. Okay, I get what Cam Jordan wants. He wants the same thing that Demario Davis wanted, which is a multi-year deal with guaranteed money. If the New Orleans Saints were not willing to give a multi-year deal with guaranteed money to Demario Davis, who is their defensive captain and who, by the way, the last 2 seasons had career highs in tackles, still a mightily productive player and your team leader and a middle linebacker, whereas Cam Jordan, over the past 3 years, had seen declining production. Now, he had a bounce-back year this past season. But prior, we had seen Cam Jordan go from 66 tackles to 43 tackles to 34 tackles. This year, he bounced up to 47. His sack numbers went from 12.5, 8.5, 2 for 10.5. So, again, a bounce-back year. But if you're talking about a guy that's 36 who will turn 37 in July before the start of next season, are we looking at Cam Jordan saying what we saw in 2025 is actually the norm and so it's worth investing a multi-year deal? Or are the 3 prior years of declining production more likely what you're going to see from Cam Jordan over the next year or 2? If you want to offer a 1-year deal to Cam Jordan, similar to the one he signed this past year, great, would love to have him back. But if Cam Jordan is looking for a multi-year contract with guaranteed money, the Saints shouldn't give him that. This isn't a contract that is a reward for what you've done. It is a projection for what they think you are going to do. It's a very difficult thing to weigh and to measure. And the Saints' approach has always been they'd rather get rid of a player a year too soon than a year too late. If they let Demario Davis walk amid his 2 most productive seasons of his career because they didn't want to offer him a multi-year deal, they're certainly not going to do that for Cam Jordan. And if you look at the defensive end spot on this team, you've still got Chase Young and Carl Granderson, who are your starters. You know, last year you brought in some veteran depth with Bullard and Rumpf. You certainly could still address defensive end in free agency. My guess is they'll try to get a young edge rusher in the draft somewhere along the way. So they're not done adding a player or players at that position. And maybe there will be a role for Cam Jordan. But as he said, the sense has to make sense. And it doesn't right now for the Saints based on what his wants, needs, desires are. And it doesn't seem like it makes sense for anybody else in the NFL right now based on the lack of a market for him. Now, he was asked, what does he see as value to him? This is what Cam said.
There's a set value that I have in my mind. That's, value is to the eye of the beholder at this point. Value means position, rotation, monetary, sure, but more along the lines of if I want to get, 10, 12, 13 sacks this next season, then I need to be in the best position to do so. And it could be at the Saints. It could be, it could be at Miami Dolphins. It could be, I won't go now. It can't be Cleveland or Buffalo or Green Bay, but it could be.
I just think you don't want to go anywhere where it's cold. We'll see what happens with Cam. We'll all have great interest because he's one of the greatest Saints ever. When the day comes, his 94 will be in the rafters, and I think with every sack he accumulates, he is continuing to solidify his candidacy to be in Canton one day and to be a member of the Gold Jacket Club, and I think that is going to happen for Cam Jordan. Once you get above 125 sacks, that's kind of the benchmark where guys who eclipse that end up in the Hall of Fame. And Cam's at 132, and he's going to keep climbing, and I think he's going to get there. I think he will be a Pro Football Hall of Famer eventually. He just may not finish his career in New Orleans. Unless he's willing to take less. As he said, the sense has to make sense, not just for him, but for the Saints too. All right, it's After Further Review. We'll follow that as it continues to unfold. We're brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Heading out to the box tonight, as a matter of fact, it's LSU and Grambling. You're going to be out there. Make sure you've got plenty of delicious ice-cold Bud Light. Maybe a few ice-cold Bud Lights will help you forget about the fact that it's going to be like 30 degrees tonight. Or if you had a crawfish boil or at your house boiling them yourself, watching March Madness, whatever you're doing, make sure you drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU, the official beer of the New Orleans Saints. All right, it's After Further Review. 1 week from today, your Fighting Tigers of LSU open up spring ball. Shea Dixon, on 3 the Bengal Tiger, joins us every Tuesday. We'll do that next. It's AFR.
AFR.
GLO. Glow Resources. GlowResources.com. GlowResources.com. Say it every day. Complete employer solutions. That's Glow Resources. If you're hiring, Glow Resources can help. Hiring for what? Anything? Skilled blue-collar labor? You need welders, pipe fitters, crane operators, really any heavy machinery, heavy equipment operators. Glow Resources can help. And again, this is not a temp staffing agency. It's important to note. They're not a temp staffing agency. They're finding permanent solutions. And it doesn't just mean Baton Rouge. As a matter of fact, I just looked up this Facebook post. They're hiring skilled laborers in New Orleans. They're hiring a fiberglass repair technician in Port Allen. They need an administrative assistant and an electrical engineer in Baton Rouge. It's not just in Louisiana either. They hire for businesses doing jobs all over the country and all over the world. So check them out at glowresources.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Parrish, we bring the same commitment to your home that champions bring to the game.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing. Parish Construction and Roofing. ParishRoof.com.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Plowing these fields in the hot summer sun.
All right, feeling good today. Rolling along and glad you're hanging out with us on this Tuesday edition. We always appreciate Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We always appreciate Shea Dixon from On 3, the Bengal Tiger. Talk a little cricket, a little football. Shady, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you, Matt?
Doing awesome. We appreciate you for hanging out with us. By the way, are you do you celebrate St. Patty's Day?
It is the 17th is my birthday. So
what, today?
People celebrate that's today.
Oh my God. Hold on. I got to add this to my calendar. Muse, pull up happy birthday. We're going to play some happy birthday for you. Shay, how is this possible in all the years we've done this? I guess it's just like it would be every 7 years that we would do this on your birthday. It'd be on a Tuesday. And I guess it's just never come around to it. All right, well, you're getting added right now. So you're getting added to my calendar. You're in forever now. Happy birthday, man. What are you doing?
That was insane private school math with the 7-year thing right there, where you just know that off the cuff. I would have.
Well, there's 7 days.
No, I did.
There's 7 days in the week.
I know.
I don't math.
My public schooling just got me there in my head. I realize it now.
Yeah. I don't math, by the way. I don't math at all, but I know that. But then there could be leap years and weird stuff like that too, Shay. So it's possible that I screwed that up. But anyway, you are now in my phone. Shea Dixon birthday, March 17th. Got you forever. So what are you doing for your birthday, man?
Hanging out with you. No,
come on.
Hung out with my parents. We'll hang out with Emily tonight, the wife, and yes. Fun fact here. I don't know if nobody knows this. I don't know, other than people I guess I've randomly told, but certainly to the radio world. I was going to be Clyde, but then when I was born on March 17th, my mom decided on Shea because it was more of an Irish name, I guess.
Clyde.
So there you go.
Dixon.
Any other day of the year, it would have been Clyde. Instead, it was March 17th.
Okay, Shay. Clyde Dixon would not have been good. And it's not just because I'm familiar.
I agree.
Well, hold on. It's not just because I'm familiar with Shea. It's because you would be going back-to-back D sounds. Clyde Dixon, and no one would enunciate the duh in Clyde. We would just go Clyde Dixon. You wouldn't go Clyde Dixon. You wouldn't pause. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, hey, this is my friend Clyde Dixon. I'm sorry, did you say Clyde? So people start calling you Clyde. And so that would not have been good, the back-to-back D consonants. So Shea Dixon provides a much more seamless gap and it flows. Much better job by your mom, who I know is a giant fan of our show on WBRZ with Cobble, which I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, well, she'll listen here too. So she finds me everywhere. So we're good on that front. But,
hey, Mama Dixon.
Yeah, okay. Now that we now that we've talked through it, then I'm sure she's happy with Shea. But
Yeah.
yes, Clyde for all those.
Mm.
And then I would have lived through the Clyde Edwards-Helaire years of LSU, so that would have been, no,
That's
I'm
okay.
good.
I don't know.
Most people think Shea is a girl's name. Like when you go pick up food or something, they're like, oh, I was expecting it to be a girl.
If it was like Shay, I could see that as a girl's name. I think Shea. I think that could be. What would you say if it could be boy or girl? How would you call that? Gender neutral. I think Shay's gender neutral. I know guys that are named Shea.
I've met about 50, maybe actually a little more than girl, but 50-50 split.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, well, good. Well, happy birthday, Shea. We're
Thanks,
thrilled
Matt.
that you picked up the phone on your birthday. I would have told you to kick rocks if it was my birthday. I would have been like, I'm not.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. Of course I do it.
We've turned too old for that. Believe me, if this would have been a decade ago, I would have told you to kick rocks and holler at me more. But we're fine. Let's keep this just another day.
Okay. So, Junior Day event this weekend. Ahmad Hudson will be here. Tell us about it.
Yeah, kind of a little bit of a junior day. So this is interesting. It's been February was a recruiting dead period for the NCAA mandated recruiting dead period. So no college had any recruits on campus. And then we got into March, and because LSU doesn't start spring ball till the 24th, still a week away, they had spring break. So the coaches and players are all gone for a week. And before that, they had really put that small kind of window of time onto the team. And rightfully so, right? Like more than half the team is new and so many transfers and new coaching staff. So you're trying to get acclimated and everything to all you can before spring break. And now you're back and they're working out again. And then you've got spring ball next week. So since late January, my long-winded way of saying it is they haven't really had recruits on campus. And this weekend will be the first time that the coaches are inviting guys in. And as I said, a small junior day, which typically is going to be Louisiana kids or kids in border states who can make the drive over and hang out on Saturday and spend time with the coaches. And I'll give you an example of two guys coming. One you mentioned, and on both ends of the spectrum here, Ahmad Hudson, who is the number one tight end in the country coming out of Ruston. Dad played basketball at LSU under John Brady, was an all-SEC guy, and he's quite the basketball player. So he's got offers, even beyond, like, remember when Trey Des Green came out, that he had offers in both football and basketball, but people kind of said, your future is football. Everyone out of Ruston seems to think he's pretty talented at both. And while football may be the choice here long-term, that, if he wanted to, he could go play college basketball somewhere. But LSU's offered him. The McMahon staff did. And now you've got the old staff prioritized him. The new staff prioritized him. And he talked a lot about J.R. Belton, who is a guy who's sort of moved up through the ranks, right? Like, I can't keep up with everyone's titles, so I'm sorry to J.R. if he's listening out there. But he's been elevated into an even higher role right now under Kiffin and Billy Glasscock than I think maybe he had under Kelly. And with that, though, he's still been able to kind of keep tabs on recruits. And he's someone for North Louisiana. Obviously, anyone who knows John Randall Belton, West Monroe, former quarterback, his family's well known up there. I mean, he's just a guy that knows a lot of people up there just because of his parents and then his upbringing and then him coming through as a big time prospect and, him playing at Tech and all of that when he went to college. So he's been really close with Ahmad. Ahmad has said, hey, look, through this whole coaching change, JR is the one guy who's been there the whole process. And he said that he knew Coach, Cox and Charlie Weiss, and Joe Cox, tight ends coach, but your OC, Charlie Weiss Jr. and Lane Kiffin, all these guys from when they recruited him at Ole Miss. And very quickly, he said when they got here, kind of picked up where they left off. So he's in town this weekend, and he's like your marquee number 1 5-star tight end in the country. And then you've got your typical Louisiana sleeper, right up Corey Raymond's alley. We've talked a lot about him going after a 5-star top corner in Joshua Dobson, the kid out of the Carolinas. But what happens beyond that? And in Louisiana, it seems that he always finds that one guy who's sort of off the radar. And that this year it's Brejon Molason up at, he's in Rosedale, actually. Shout out to any of your Rosedale listeners. But North Iberville kid who plays into his junior year right now, and he's a multi-sport athlete, again, right up your DB coach Corey Raymond's alley of does he do track. I think his triple jump ranks in the top 25 nationally right now. So super athletic kid, plays basketball, 6'2", north of probably 170 range, and a guy that they're bringing down this weekend. And I think once they spend more time around him, all that, do they go ahead and offer? And if not, does it become a camp thing, which, wouldn't, we've seen before where they work you out at camp in the summer in June and then you get offered. But a rising senior that really nobody's talking about nationally right now because nobody really knew about. But kind of names started to emerge this spring when he started to do well in track, and he started to pick up some offers from around the state, and some of the smaller Texas schools offered. But you look back, Corey Raymond was on the road in January, and Molossaw has posted a number of photos of him and Corey hanging out. So as is normally the case, he's got his 5-star corner, and then he's got his your sleeper guy that you can bring in and develop. And I think that could end up being a guy like Brejean, who, like I said, doesn't have an offer now, but you've got a junior day weekend coming up where for an Ahmad Hudson, it means one thing. Like I've known this staff from a different place, and I'm trying to get familiar with them more on the offensive side being at LSU, to a guy like Brejean Molossaw, who, doesn't have an offer, but has been dealing, being recruited and talked to Corey Raymond, who was on the prior staff for a while now. And he's kind of much more important for him, I think, working towards that offer than a guy like Hudson, who I think he's going to announce July 4th, Matt, is what he told Spiegelman yesterday at Rivals. So, like, in a few months, he's going to need to know where he's going to college. And he's got offers from every college in the country in multiple sports.
Yeah, Shea Dixon's with us again on 3 The Bengal Tiger. So, Shea, it's interesting, too, because it's a new staff, so we're just going to get used to things being done differently. They're sitting here with just 2 commitments. I mean, it's Jaden Bryant, Peyton Houston. That's it. Are they behind in the 27 class?
Yeah, but I think that's a little bit too. They knew that, and you take that, if you want to even say that lump right now, knowing that, hey, in January we really were putting all of our focus on to the portal. But remember, right when the portal ended, Lane even and all these coaches were on the road, all over the country, not just Louisiana. Then a February dead period, and then I talked earlier about just them prioritizing March so far with the team and getting them all together, and putting the focus on that, given, and you understand why. I mean, it's a new staff, a new bunch of new players, more than half the team certainly is new, and you kind of steal any day you can to get ahead before spring ball. So I just think with how the calendar sets up for a team going through a coaching transition and bringing on this many players and not starting spring ball till like March 24th, like there's been some SEC teams that have been going for 2 weeks now. So they've had recruits at practice every day. So you just knew you'd be a little behind here. And I think they're fine with that because they've been on the phone with all these guys. They've handed out offers. They went and saw a lot of them in late January. And now all of these guys pretty much just said, okay, well, I'm going to visit a lot of schools anyways. So I'll just visit LSU at the end of the month of March or in April. And then by May, you're an official visit. So it's, are you behind? Sure. I mean, 2 commits compared to however many most teams have right now. If it's 6, 7, 8, then sure. But at the same time, I think, Matt, they knew just because of how it all set up that, hey, we've already inherited a quarterback. They quickly popped a number 1 edge rusher in the country when they hired Joyner from South Carolina to join the staff as a D-line coach. And from there, it's kind of just been, hey, let's schedule visits. Let's get unofficial and official visits put together, the board put together, and then you kind of attack it from there. So I think we'll start seeing dominoes drop soon in the coming weeks, if not in the next month. And then when you get to the summer in July, when kids line up those announcements before senior years, Matt, I mean, I can remember many times where LSU's rolled off 10 to 12 commits between summer camp and that stretch in July. So I think that when we look up and have this conversation before fall camp, as opposed to spring ball, that they'll be well into double-digit high school commitments.
Okay. Shea Dixon on 3 The Bengal Tigers on Twitter at Shea Dixon. Hey, before you go, one more thing. It was interesting because this weekend, and I sort of talked about this a bit a day ago here on the show and on Locked on LSU, but I talked about Lane Kiffin and just like how public he's been on social. And I had someone explain to me that this is sort of like the culture is back within LSU football because of Lane and how visible he's been on social, and then of course, obviously, like over the weekend with Boosie at the concert on St. Paddy's Day, riding the float. You get any sense, Shea, of how all of this is being perceived by recruits?
Well, given it is my birthday, and on birthdays you turn another year older, I'm getting further and further removed from how impactful it is. So I have to ask the 18-year-olds of the world, like, what does this mean? But I don't even get, like, let's say Insta, like I'm on Twitter or X or whatever, and Lane will get on there and post a number of things and stay active. I don't get on like Instagram, for instance. Well, he'll be on there and make 30 posts a day sharing what, players are up to or whatever it might be. And the recruits who, these are 16, 17, 18-year-olds. These are all high school kids who that's what they also do all day. Their phone's out in class. They're doing whatever. And it's a social media world. And Lane talked about that. And he said, hey, look, everything I do like that is outside. I'm paraphrasing, but it's outside his personality. You've touched on that before.
Yeah.
But his sort of online personality is a different one, and he's embraced it. And he said, everything I do is for the school I'm at and to attract attention onto it. And just from talking to kids, again, this isn't a right or wrong. It doesn't equate to a championship, but that's so different than Brian Kelly. And rightfully so. Like, Brian Kelly was in his mid-60s. He's not a guy who's going to be all over social media nonstop compared to Kiffin, but they really think that between just being able, they're getting text from Lane Kiffin and stuff. So it's like, I know the head coach as to, I just know my position coach in the OC. If I'm a guy on offense and, then I meet with Kelly when I'm on campus type of thing, or if he comes to my house, it's a big deal. These kids are just getting hit up by Lane. It's like, hey, I've got a direct line to the head coach, and I'm not even a 5-star. You could be anyone in the class. So that level of involvement, I think, between just having that one-on-one relationship with kids, even if it's like a good luck tonight in the game, and then seeing his online presence is really attractive to these kids, because then they feel like they know him, and that's a kind of a cool young thing to be a part of in their world. And let's be real, we're not winning him any football games, Matt. So I would prefer if Lane put all of his attention onto the world of what high school kids and portal kids liked.
He's Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. I like you, Shea. Happy birthday. Y'all go shout out Shea on Twitter and wish him a happy birthday. Let's get this guy some birthday wishes. Crank it up, Muse. Here we go. Is this just instrumental? Oh, there it is. There it is, Shea. Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Muso. All right, I appreciate y'all.
All right, Shea. We'll see you later. Crank that
Bye,
up,
Matt.
Muse. Crank that up on his way out. There it is. Our guy. He's our guy.
Definitely our guy. Shea's with us every week, man.
Our guy making time for us on his birthday. Our guy. I wonder if Shea went to the... Can you imagine if his name was Clyde? You understand what I'm saying? Clyde
Yeah, no,
Dixon,
I got you.
The back-to-back... Mama Dixon, the good Lord saved you there from a bad decision. Clyde Dixon. Because you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you had to say Clyde Dixon, nobody would enunciate the back-to-back D's. You'd say Clyde Dixon. And so then everyone said, I'm sorry, did you say Clyde? Clyde.
You just be
Clyde
constantly being
Dixon.
asked your name.
Yes, all the time.
Which is annoying, by the way.
Yeah. Or you just wouldn't say your first and last name. You just say, my name's Clyde.
It's true.
And Clyde? Yeah, which last name? Dixon. You get saved. Shea Dixon's a great name. It rolls off the tongue. Mm-hmm. Great for social media, too. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. Marler sent me a text earlier today. He's like, man, my car is about to die. Can you hook me up with contact over at South Point? So I did. Connected him with Mr. Bill. Actually, when Marler moved here from Atlanta, his now fiance Allie was wanting an Atlas, and I was like, "You serious? Like, Erica drives an Atlas, I drive a Cross Sport. I've endorsed South Point for like 15 years. No, we can make that happen. So gonna send Marler over to South Point, get him an Atlas, and what a great time right now! 0% for 60 months. And $1,000 customer bonus on 2026 Atlas. Come on. No better time than right now. SouthPointVW.com. Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer, South Point Volkswagen, airline just north of Highland. SouthPointVW.com. South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? Okay, let me knock out a quick break, y'all. Tuesday shows are powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. We'll go around the SEC when we come back. Will Wade in about 15 minutes, not on the show. I wish he was. But we need to get the Bud bar button back. The Bud drop back on the button bar. As much as we've been talking about our Bud, we got to bring that back. We'll do that coming up. Stay here. It's AFR.
AFR.
So I was on my phone earlier today, checking email. Additional card not present. Purchase, additional card not present. It's just Erica buying stuff online all day. She buys stuff online all day. She buys everything online. So you might be the same. You get Amazon packages. Actually, she jokingly now calls it Ericazon. Get it? Like Amazon, but Ericazon. Like Amazon, but Ericazon. If you could buy everything, why not your pool? Duplessis makes that happen. DuplessisBuilders.net. DuplessisBuilders.net. All seriousness, go to DuplessisBuilders.net, hit the Pick Your Pool button on the home page. There's 11 different pool designs. Now, you can customize any type of pool you want. Design anything. But they have models already made there, 11 different designs. You could fill out and finish with all your finishes there. You can pay for it online. Boom, right there. DuplessisBuilders.net. DuplessisBuilders.net.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know each case and client are unique, and that no two cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Well, I make a little room and she climbs on up. I open up a throttle and stir a little dust. Just look at her face.
This is a crazy story. Matt Leinart, many of you have probably seen this by now, but Matt Leinart was on his podcast, and he's telling the story about how, it involves his jersey being retired. Of course, won 2 national championships at Southern Cal. Yes, 03 shared. I get it. 04 they vacated. I'm not here to have the USC conversation with you. He won the Heisman. They won 2 national titles. They retired his jersey. Well, he told this story on his podcast.
There's been multiple times where people at USC have asked me if I would unretire my jersey for some 5-star prospect. And do you want to know what I told those guys straight up? I said, absolutely not. I am never going to unretire my jersey for some random dude who, by the way, now could wear number 11 and transfer after a year. The only person that will ever wear my USC number 11 would be Cole, who's not there right now. He's at SMU, or 2 of my boys if they end up going to USC and playing football. That is it.
So Cole's his son that plays at SMU is who he's talking about. So he's basically saying he'll unretire it for his sons, but that's it. And by the way, good for you, Matt Leinart. If you don't want, or if you want the opportunity to have other players wear that number, don't retire the number. Like, I think what LSU does really well is they retire a jersey, not a number. So you have honored players like Charles Alexander's number 4 and Jerry Stovall's number 21 and Tommy Casanova's number 37. And great. Yes, they've done an amazing job, I think, of starting to recognize their past. But you're still going to see people wear those jersey numbers. They're not retiring the number. They're retiring the jersey. You're basically having a ring of honor, so to speak. Great. Do that. Honor the players that deserve to be honored, but don't retire the jerseys so you don't end up in these types of situations. Now, you have some that are Billy Cannon's 20 is retired. Bob Pettit's 50 is retired. Those numbers are retired. And they have not issued 9 or 5 since Joe Burrow and Jay Daniels played, and nor do I think they should. That's my opinion. But if you don't want to run into this situation, then don't retire the number. But Matt Leinart is 100% right in telling them, kick rocks. No, you retired my number. I'm not letting you. That has to mean something. Not unretiring my number so you can give it to some schmuck who might be good, might not. By the way, I just said schmuck. I am not the anonymous SEC coach who called Lane Kiffin a schmuck or said any schmuck could win a national championship. Remember that story?
I do.
Who do we? Can we ask AI to do a search of the internet to see what SEC football coaches have ever used the word schmuck in quotes?
Yeah, let's see what we can.
Let's see if we can do that. I'm curious what comes up. Bruce Feldman did a piece where he gave 30 coaches anonymity to answer the question, do you think Lane Kiffin will win a national title at LSU? And one SEC head coach, again, you got 15 options. It's one of the other coaches in the league, so it's one of 15 guys who said, I'm not just saying any schmuck could go win there, but they got a lot of resources and should win. So I said, what SEC coach would use the word schmuck? I kind of think maybe Shane Beamer, maybe Eli Drinkwitz. I think some people said,
for sure.
Some people said Kirby. Kirby might throw a schmuck out there. So if we could do an internet scan of SEC coaches that have used the word schmuck, it may lead us to that answer. You better believe this year at SEC Media Days in Tampa, I'm going to be keenly listening to all of the coaches' interviews in the main room to see who says the word schmuck. If you're a schmuck sayer, it's going to come out. You don't just randomly drop schmuck once in your life. Like you're a schmuck sayer. Is that fair to say? Like if you say schmuck, you're a schmuck sayer.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
If you're not a schmuck sayer, you don't say schmuck.
Yeah.
Ever. Somebody out there is a schmuck sayer. We're going to find out who it was. All right, it's after further review. Hey, we're brought to you by Rouse's. Hey, it's $5 Sushi Tuesday. Every Tuesday over at Rouse's, $5 sushi. Heading home, need dinner for the whole fam, $5 sushi. Let everybody have their own flavor. How about that? Awesome. It's at Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. And they got everything. They got hot boiled crawfish every single day. $5 Sushi Tuesdays. Remember, they got the hot and boiled seafood kiosk, so Fridays and Lent, tons of great options over at Rouse's. And, of course, they can help you make your groceries and get to the website or on their social media or the Rouse's app. You can get the weekly ad to see the discounts they have all there. It's at Rouse's. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Rouse's. This feels like home. Okay, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference. The Alabama Crimson Tide.
So Nate Oates was asked about Aiden Holloway's arrest and suspension, said their program has standards. Quote, we've got ways we've held our guys accountable, try to keep everything in-house. Obviously, some situations you can't. This is one of those, so it's a little different. Said that their practice Monday without Holloway, and they're preparing to play without him this weekend. Alabama opens as a 4 seed against 13th seed Hofstra Friday in Tampa.
The South Carolina Gamecocks.
Lenora Sellers back for another season at South Carolina instead of entering the NFL draft. Took the opportunity to get feedback from the draft and said they needed to make progress in the pocket, and that's the number one priority. Remember, a year ago, Sellers held the ball longer than any other quarterback in the SEC before the time of release. Quote, it was about seeing stuff in the pocket, being more comfortable, stuff like that. Like I said, get into the rhythm, calm down my feet a bit. Sellers threw for 2,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 picks a season ago.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Linebacker Zayden Walker is recovering from surgery to start spring practice, so he's on the shelf right now. It was a labral repair. Those are typically out for spring, Kirby Smart said, but he might be able to do some stuff at the end of spring practice. Walker played 12 snaps against Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl, but did not record a stat. Played in 10 games as a freshman.
The Oklahoma Sooners.
Oklahoma's adding Aaron Cheatwood to the defensive staff as assistant edge coach. So he's resigned as the linebackers coach from Northern Arizona to head to Norman. He's set to enter his 3rd season at the FCS level, but instead he'll head to the SEC. Football Scoop was the first to report the news.
The Missouri Tigers.
And in-state tight end Jack Brown has committed to Mizzou for 2027. 6'4", 220. Beat out Illinois, which actually is his dad's alma mater. Arizona State was the other one of his finalists. Brown is the number 6 tight end in the country, the number 117 overall player per the Rivals industry ranking. All right, there you have it. That is Around the SEC Tuesday shows powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. SunEquip.com, SunEquip.com, SunEquip.com. Quick break. We'll come back. Will Wade getting ready for his team to play tonight against Texas in a first 4 game. You'll hear from the General next. It's AFR.
After further review.
Get Gordon. Get it done. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. You can always go to getgordon.com, getgordon.com, getgordon.com. You can find Gordon on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or all the places where they post content. Of course, I do like the shamrocked billboard that's around town. Get it, St. Patty's Day, shamrocked. Anyway, bottom line, I do love a good pun. Get Gordon and get it done. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. Gordon and his team can help. They got offices all over the state of Louisiana. So if you've been unlucky, even if you're not Irish, Gordon and his team can help. Offices all over the state of Louisiana. So if you've been injured, the last thing you want to do is travel. So call Gordon's office, go online to getgordon.com, find the office nearest you, and start the process of getting what you deserve. Getgordon.com, get Gordon, and get it done.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle it.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
She's always staring at me.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. Look, we didn't finish the season as strongly as we like, and we put ourselves in this position, and so we're excited to be in the tournament. We're excited to be in Dayton. It's a great basketball city, great basketball fans, great basketball arena, everything, and so we're very excited to be here. And it doesn't matter how we finish the season, everybody's 0-0, and see if we can get a little momentum and play better here in the tournament.
Great arena. They play the NCAA tournament in an arena, not a gym. Bob. NC State is a 1.5-point favorite in tonight's ball game against the Texas Longhorns. It's the first four matchup between the General, Willie Wade, and the Wolfpack against Sean Miller's Texas Longhorns squad. Two teams did meet earlier in the season. This one is going to be one of keen interest. I don't think generally you and I, if LSU's not playing, or if you don't have a betting interest, generally are not going to care about a first four basketball game, but naturally, because of the implications with Will Wade and all of the speculation and conversation about the possibility of Will Wade returning to Baton Rouge, this has taken on greater importance. So again, tonight's spread is NC State. They're favored by 1.5 over the Texas Longhorns in this ball game. Will Wade talked about the first matchup from earlier in the season. If there's anything they could take from this one.
Well, hopefully we guard them better. We gave up 102 to them in Maui, so maybe the fans would like that. Everybody scores 100 or something, but we need to be better defensively. We gave up 16 threes. We gave up a ton of stuff at the rim. We fouled them quite a bit. They do a great job drawing fouls, and so we need to do a better job. Cleaning that up.
The total in this ball game is 158, so significantly less than a game where both might score in triple digits. But for Wade, he also talked about going through a transition at a new school again after having been at McNeese for 2 seasons now at NC State.
All of them are different. This one at NC State's been pretty smooth. For better or worse, I've done this 5 times now, so you get a little bit used to it. I'm tired of doing it, so we don't want to do it anymore. But you get a little bit used to it, and every time it gets a little bit easier. But it takes a minute to get into the rhythm of every school you go to and every place you go to. There's a different rhythm, and so it takes some time to get used to that. And we've gotten in rhythm here at NC State.
File that one away. We'll maybe drop in a few nuggets along the path. These are smart guys, very calculated in how he approaches things, and we've talked about it plenty, but we know the cards that are on the table right now. You have decision makers at LSU and within the state that want Will Wade back, some that aren't quite as bullish on that, a little bit of a power struggle, and meanwhile, Will Wade's got a team playing in an NCAA tournament first 4 ball game tonight. If the Wolfpack lose tonight, then I would suspect LSU will move very quickly to make good determination on what the future will be. Listen, if Matt McMahon were definitively coming back, that announcement would have already been made. The fact that it has been silenced out of LSU tells you that the possibility of making a change is there, and the possibility, of course, is Will Wade. If the Wolfpack win tonight, they'll play as the 11 seed against the 6 seed BYU later this week, and potentially longer, and it could prolong this decision to make things really awkward, or might make it an easier decision for Will Wade to stay. But if Texas manages to win tonight, I suspect in relatively short order, we'll have an answer about Matt McMahon or Will Wade. Hour 2 next.
After further review.
We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. If you want to see 2020, call 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com. You know, the thing we always say about the Williamson Eye Center is just go for that consultation. It starts there. And I understand that because I felt this for a long time. It was a little nerve-wracking when you're talking about surgery on your eyes. And what I learned going through the consultation with Dr. Blake is that LASIK is actually the safest elective procedure in the history of mankind. And by the way, the consult, this is not a sales pitch. It's just giving you options, and they don't charge you for it. You can do virtual consults if you want to do it from your car, your office, home, anywhere. It's just getting the information. So schedule that consultation with Kyle. She's awesome. And then you'll meet with Dr. Blake Williamson, and you can make that decision moving forward. It's williamsoneye.com. williamsoneye.com.
Championships are won with preparation, and so are great roofs.
The Tigers don't cut corners on the floor. Parrish Construction and Roofing won't cut corners on your home either.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
ParrishBuilt.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
Setup.
I'm Christine Lisi. The Broncos added a needed big play element to their offense, acquiring receiver Jalen Waddle and a fourth-round pick in next month's NFL draft from the Dolphins for a first, third, and fourth-round picks. Denver had finished near the bottom of the league in each of the last 2 seasons in 3-and-outs. ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky.
Absolutely love this for Denver. It was the really missing piece for their football team, specifically on offense, speed wide receiver. Bo Nix really entering a massive year, coming off of a really good year last year. So they have Cortland Sutton, who's a big-bodied receiver. And then they have some good players, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant. And they needed a real wide receiver, true wide receiver with speed. There's Jalen Waddle.
Rebuilding Miami now with 11 picks, including 2 in round 1. Eagles agreed on a 1-year deal with receiver Hollywood Brown, worth up to $6.5 million. NBA, Timberwolves will be without star Anthony Edwards 1 to 2 weeks because of right knee inflammation. Minnesota is currently 6th in the Western Conference. NHL Oilers forward Leon Draisaitl, lower body injury, expected to miss the rest of the regular season. Edmonton is 3rd in the Pacific Division.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Wednesday, my Lakers are rolling, but will they be able to make it 2 in a row against the Rockets? It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock!
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Muso. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Did we find out, what did AI say about our schmuck saying SEC head coaches?
Yeah, so it referenced the article, obviously, first and foremost. Did talk about speculation and guesses that it might be Shane Beamer or Eli Drinkwitz. Maybe AI listens to the show.
Has to be.
When I asked it to kind of like do it off a speaking style, Eli Drinkwitz did come up, as did Lane Kiffin. But I don't think Lane Kiffin would say that about himself. No, he didn't say about himself. Honestly.
No.
The drink did come up.
No quotes. Did you ask specifically?
I did. I asked for quotes. No verifiable quotes that I could find.
Maybe we should anonymously ask SEC reporters around the country who they think said it.
Ooh.
We'll give you anonymity. We'll give you anonymity, SEC reporters, to tell us who you think said schmuck. What schmuck saying SEC coach was out there talking about Kiffin. Didn't call Kiffin a schmuck, to be clear. He was just saying that whoever the coach is in that anonymous coach quote article was saying that not just any schmuck could win a championship, but basically saying you don't have to be awesome to win at LSU because of the resources. Kind of sounds like he's saying any schmuck could win there. The search continues. First wave of NFL free agency is over, and the Saints are continuing to restructure contracts. And you know what I always say, actions speak louder than words. So people have asked me, hey, do you think the Saints are done spending in free agency? And their actions are telling you they're not done spending in free agency. See, a day ago, we learned New Orleans restructured Carl Granderson's contract, saving approximately $8.59 million against the cap. You don't go free up $8.5 million against the cap if you're not expecting to spend that money. Well, on Monday, they free up $8.5 million against the cap. On Tuesday, we learned the Saints have signed Vikings running back, now former Vikings running back, Ty Chandler, to a free agent deal. Hat tip Nick Underhill was the first to report it. So quick background on Ty Chandler. So he played his collegiate ball at North Carolina. In 2022 was a 5th-round pick of the Minnesota Vikings. And he's known for his blazing speed. In 2023, this was his breakout year. By the way, so Kevin O'Connell, preseason, like start of fall camp in 2023, had this to say about Chandler.
Ty Chandler jumped out just anytime he had the ball in his hand, very rarely tackled by the first defender that was in space, catching the ball, and then picked up really where he left off as far as his ability when the lights come on to, sometimes turn into a different guy. And, now I want to see it every single day and really see him be consistent because he's proven, when it goes live and it's real football, he's a tough guy to bring to the ground.
Okay, so there's Kevin O'Connell praising Chandler before the 2023 season. Well, Chandler that year, Hunt plays all 17 games, 102 carries, 461 yards, averaged 4.5 per carry, scored 3 times, also caught 21 passes for $159. So he was a really good complementary piece offensively in 2023. And it never really got better. So in 2024, his productivity basically was cut in half. He went from 102 carries to 56. And he went from 21 catches to 6. So 2025, going into this past season, it was a pretty pivotal year for Chandler, and Kevin O'Connell said as much.
I think it's going to be a big camp for Ty Chandler. You can think back on times where Ty Chandler has been one of our most explosive players, and he can bring that to the room while also still being a pretty standout player on special teams as well. And Ty's a smart player. He works his absolute tail off, and my hope is that he's coming into a critical year for himself where we're going to rely on him. Can we see just consistent play across all phases so that whatever happens, those top 2 guys need a blow? I want to feel like that third guy can bring something, and we've always felt that way about Ty. I still do. It's just a consistency factor as the play caller for me personally, where I say I can call any play on this sheet no matter who's in the game. And I think I'll feel like that about Ty before it's all said and done. And I know I have before. Just want to see it as consistent as possible.
Clearly not the case. And then also was devastating for Chandler is he suffered a knee injury last season. So he played in just 3 games and had 17 carries for 47 yards. Also notable, as you heard Kevin O'Connell say there, something that truly makes Ty Chandler unique as a runner is that he has a tail and works his tail off. So if you're quite literally working your tail off and you have a tail, that does make you a bit of an outlier as a runner. Don't you shake your head at me, all right? You can take my bad dad jokes and you shove it in your face. Can I get something over there? Damn it.
That was horrible.
Why did coaches say tails?
That was so bad.
But why does he have to say he works his tail off? Say he works his butt off. If you don't want to say ass, then say butt or behind. Don't say tail. Why do people say tail?
Tailbone.
No.
Yeah, it's gotta be why.
Nobody didn't say he works his tailbone off. No. It's because he doesn't want to say the A word. But if you don't want to say the A word, then say he works his butt off. He works his behind off. Okay. We know what you mean. Don't tell me tail. He's not a dog. He's not a dragon. He's not a lizard.
Lizard's tail grows back.
Well, it's good. You work it off, it grows back, and you work it off again the next day.
Maybe he is a lizard.
Anyway, so Ty Chandler now agrees to terms with the New Orleans Saints. You've signed Travis Etienne. Thank you. Big ticket free agent acquisition. Now you've added Chandler. You've got Devin Neal on board still. I think you know where this is going, especially as we learned a little more than a week ago about the creative restructure the Saints did for Alvin Kamara's contract. It is seeming more and more likely that Alvin Kamara is not going to be back, that his time in New Orleans is done. Now, maybe it's a situation where they give Kamara the opportunity to come to camp and earn a roster spot. It sure feels like Kamara is going to be done. If they allowed DeMario Davis to walk because they would not give him a multi-year extension, if Cam Jordan is still sitting out there unsigned and clearly seeking a multi-year extension and the Saints are not willing to give it to him, with the Saints now having gone and signed 2 running backs in this free agent cycle, they're telling you. This was a team that a year ago was 28th in the NFL in rushing offense. They were atrocious. So what have they done? They went and signed an offensive guard, spent $61 million for David Edwards. They've gone and spent over $50 million for Travis Etienne. And now they've gone and added Ty Chandler, a young veteran backup behind Etienne. I'm getting it. I'm not going to have to pause eventually. I'm just going to get it. So I like it. I like having a young veteran who's coming off an injury, which is unfortunate, but a lot of tread still on the tires because he has been overused. He's basically been the number 3 option there in Minnesota. He has been a productive NFL back. And if this coaching staff watched him on film, liked him, and was able to agree to a sensible financial deal to get him here as a backup option, okay. And the thing that I say, I'm not going to be hypocritical. The thing I say often is, I want this team to get younger and more affordable instead of older and more expensive. Well, they are doing that very clearly. And I got to be okay with it. I don't like them letting DeMario Davis walk because I think Davis still has 2 prime years left, at least. If he wants to keep playing. He's continued playing at a high level. But I can't say that I feel that way about Cam Jordan or Alvin Kamara. So if you've gone and found younger, more affordable ways to make this team better at those spots, then I'm good with it. And the unfortunate thing about Kamara, as much as I love him, and he's the New Orleans Saints all-time rushing leader and all-time touchdowns leader, the reality about Kamara is he just doesn't stay healthy. Aside from his rookie season, he has not played a full season. His rookie year was the only season of his career that Kamara played in every game. Last year, he played in just 11. He missed 6 games a year ago. He missed 3 games in 2024. He missed 4 games in 2023. And you've just seen the declining production as well. So, he had a nice pop in 2024, and but for the end of the season injury, it would have been his first 1,000-yard season. He finished 50 yards shy of that. But again, like Cam Jordan this year, it's easy and fair to say that's an outlier. You're talking about a 30-year-old running back who is going to be 31 in July. It's hard to justify that type of investment. So I think that the Ty Chandler move probably is further evidence that this team is going to move on from Alvin Kamara, its all-time leading rusher, as if we didn't already know that to be the case. All right, it's after further review. Remember, you can drink Evermore, EVAMOR, evermore.com. If you were out at the St. Paddy's Day parade, wearing the green on Saturday like I was, and drinking lots of ice-cold Bud Lights, and then some whiskey, and then maybe mixed in a Bocock Brothers premium cigar, and then switched back to the Bud Lights, and then maybe had a Superior Mark, too. Okay, 2 Superior Marks. Yeah. Sunday was a day where your boy was heavily consuming Evermore. Get hydrated, stay hydrated, be healthy. EVAMOR. It's natural artesian water, and it's a Louisiana product. So support a great Louisiana company, healthier option for you, your family, your children, performance athletes, or you need to hydrate after the wearing the green parade or whatever it may be. Drink Evermore. EVAMOR, evermore.com, evermore.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. When I got a quick break. The NCAA tournament bracket is set. A tradition on this show for 16 years will continue next. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
REV. Let's Rev. Let'sRev.com. 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 Homeowners, business owners, if you are not currently with Rev for your high-speed internet, it's time to switch. At least, bare minimum, it's time to call Rev to see if they can save you money. Why wouldn't you? If they can provide you better service, and they're a local company with local support, and give you a better price, why wouldn't you switch to Rev? They are known for their 5-star customer service. They are known for their reliability. And Rev is powered by an all-fiber network and backed by local support teams right here in South Louisiana with 90 years of local service. not just internet, TV, phone, security, home automation. They're all available through Rev. So go to REV, letsrev.com, letsrev.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned by showing up, putting in the work, the hours that nobody sees. I didn't get here on my own. I trust my coaches to lead, my teammates to step up, and when the game is on the line, Our Lady of the Lake to keep me healthy and on the court. Because it takes a champion to care for a champion. I trust the Lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Drink it in. Goes down smooth every time. Got a text earlier today. As a matter of fact, Muse and I were talking yesterday about our buddy Lee. Got a text at 8:49 a.m. Central. Please mention in my honor on today's show, I've picked Purdue to win it all. First time that our buddy Lee Fineswag has texted me since December the 1st. That was when Lane Kiffin was hired, and he mentioned that Lane's daughter, Presley, is a volleyball player at Southern Cal. I replied, are you really trying to cop out with me just casually mentioning your pick? I'm going to need you to find 5 minutes to make your pick, tell people you're alive, and talk about beer. He said, deal, what time? What do you think I replied? What time do you think? He got it. And then he sent me a photo of his car under snow. Lee Fineswag, alive, well, and back on the show. And a Blazing Saddles poster behind him as well. How are you, Lee?
Of course. Hi, Matt. It's funny. All of a sudden this morning, I was watching ESPN where they're overdosing you on breaking down the bracket. And I was like, I said, "Oh, this is Tuesday.
Yeah.
This is the day I usually go on Matt's show." And back in the day, up until a year and a half ago, when we moved up here north of Boston, and every Tuesday following Selection Sunday, I would come on and pick Purdue to win the national championship. And so I just started laughing, and I sent you that text.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you goading me to come on as well, because I love to visit with you. Nobody gives me crap like you do, because I just don't know anybody like that here, so I missed that. It's really, the picture. Did you post that picture of my car in the front driveway?
I didn't post it, but I sent it to Paul to pull up on the screen for those who are watching. You'll see it. Do you want me to put? I don't mind. There it is, right there. So people who are watching can see it. If you're listening, not watching, it's a photo of Lee's car in his driveway, and it's covered in snow.
Well, it wasn't just covered in snow. So we had a storm that they told us we'd probably get 6 to 12. This was, a few weeks ago. And we ended up getting 24 inches. And 24 inches is a damn bunch of snow. That's a lot. Snow. And it was fluffy at least. So it was real easy to shovel. And you could actually keep up with it with a leaf blower, believe it or not, because it was so light and fluffy. It was beautiful. So then a few days later, we might get a dusting, and we got a foot. And you're like, what in the hell is going on here? Because they haven't had a lot of snow up here, in the last few years. And, now it's happening. And they're saying, oh, this is going to be like the winter of 2015. I was like, how? So, of course, a few days later, it started snowing on a Sunday night, and it didn't let up until Monday night. And this was 24 plus more inches. And this one was not as light and fluffy as the previous one. So, and it's not like it warmed up and a bunch of it melted. So the funniest thing, though, is they said, oh, this is like a snow hurricane on the second one, because it came up from the south, and it acted just like a hurricane, Matt. It was just like it. And we were prepared for it, except for not going outside until it was all said and done. But today was beautiful. Today's in the 40s with not a cloud in the sky and a bright sunny day. And I get to finish it up by coming on with you. How much better does it get than that?
Well, it's 75 and sunny in Baton Rouge right now. I think that's better than what you're dealing with snow outside.
Well, it's going to be I'm coming down there next week for my annual Baton Rouge Block Party volleyball tournament at various venues.
Let's
go. And I see it's going to be in the 80s. I'm going to have to, pull out the short sleeves.
Well, this is great. So I get to talk to you here next week. Hopefully I at least get to see you for a moment to drink a beer.
That would be so wonderful.
Well,
I got beers to tell you about. I got beers.
I'm excited to hear about them. We'll do that in just a quick second. But, last summer, I was in Boston in June, and I texted you. I was like, hey, I'm coming to Boston. We're going to meet up and drink beers. And you decided that would be a convenient time for you to go. That's when you went to go in your adult Speedo, volleyball, water polo, whatever thing you do, where the guy died in the pool, which is not funny, but a thing that actually happened. Were you not? Oh, right, Reese is laughing.
No, I'd forgotten about it, but yes, I was doing the show then.
A man literally died.
You guys are you still dinging for water polo and volleyball?
Volleyball, yes.
I can't hear that.
You can't hear that feed through the board, but he did ding you, yes.
Yeah, well, I did get to play USA Masters in California. I think it was that weekend, but I also got to play World Masters last summer in August in Singapore. And that was quite an experience. It's really far. It's on the other side of the earth. But I would tell you, the Far East is just so incredible. If you happen to like Asian food, Singapore is the most amazing place I've ever been. It's the melting pot of Asia. It was fantastic.
Good beers?
So, yeah. Oh, gosh. The Tiger beer. Tiger beer from Singapore. 7-Eleven is king in the Far East. And that's where you buy your 6-packs. And that was great.
Like the 7-Eleven gas station?
Yes, but they're not gas stations.
Sure.
They if you need something, you go to 7-Eleven. That's it.
Tiger beer. What is Tiger beer?
Tiger beer is a beer, the national beer of Singapore.
All right.
Really nice tasting lager. Okay. Yeah. You can buy it there. You can find it in Baton Rouge every once in a while.
There it is. I'm looking at it. There it is. Okay. All right. So for those who are not familiar, For the unindoctrinated, this is Lee Fineswag, who came on this show every Tuesday for like 15 years. A lot of people ask me why, and I was like, because I like talking to him. And because we give each other crap and we talk about beer. And Lee moved to Massachusetts, Boston, to be near his family, and so he doesn't come on the show anymore. It's funny, Lee, you can't see it, but the super on the screen still says Sports 225. I think we need to update Sports 225 right there. I think that's done, right? We're not still doing that?
No, I did the last show in December of 24.
Okay, yeah, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, I made 30 years. I had the best time doing it. I mean, that's how you and I met, because the old Sports Monday turned into Sports 225, and it changed my life. You know, the one thing that's really strange, Matt, about being here is I've made a lot of friends, and we've lived here over a year and a half, and it's fabulous. But in Baton Rouge, because of being on television, and then being in the newspaper and doing media stuff, and just all the other things that ingrain you in a community after, more than 3 decades, and the volleyball we make fun of, but I mean, it was such a big part of our lives.
Sure.
Everywhere I went, I knew somebody. It didn't make a difference if you went down the street to a coffee shop or to the grocery store or to a bar or to a restaurant. You always saw somebody. Hey, how's it going? Whatever, and I'll be, that's fun about coming back next week. Here, nobody knows who I am. I can dress as stupid as I want to the store, do whatever I want. Nobody knows me.
When did that ever stop you?
Yeah, and going out there and be in a real crowded place and not recognize one person, and then when you do see somebody who like I met through being here, that it's like, oh, that's so cool. I know somebody. That's kind of funny.
Well, one thing we know is the NCAA tournament bracket is out, and you're going to go ahead and make your pick. Boy, you were close a couple of years ago, Lee. When Purdue got to the title game, my goodness, were we all sitting there on pins and needles thinking it might happen. But why don't you go ahead and make your pick?
And didn't they lose to UConn that year in the final?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. This is a wonderful Purdue team. My gosh. 4 guys averaging 10.5 points or more. They D up. They're big. They're strong. They're quick. And they were in a late season slump, and I wasn't worried because I knew they'd pick up the momentum they needed coming in. And Matt, Purdue plays Queens in the first round. And I ask you this, do you know who or what Queens is?
I'm going to guess from Queens, New York, but I have no idea. I'm guessing because you set me up with that, that's going to be no.
Queens is from the Queens City, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
And the Purdue Queens winner gets the Miami, Missouri winner in the second round.
Okay.
And I'm going with, this might shock you after, I think you said this is the 16th year, but I'm picking Purdue.
Let's go. Can we give a little round of applause or give me something there? Or just a ding where we're not ready for that at all.
There you go.
We're just not ready at all. Should have been ready. So that year, by the way, Purdue lost to UConn 75-60. That UConn team was a freight train, finished 34-5. Zach Edey, of course, who's like 7'6" or whatever he was a phenomenal player, but UConn was just a relentless force that season, won the national championship. So, all right, Lee's going with Purdue to win the Natty. Maybe it'll happen eventually. Probably not, but maybe. We know your affinity for Matt Painter, but we also know your affinity for delicious, ice, cold. You're not going to hear it, but
wait, don't play the song yet.
Okay,
Did you play it?
No, not yet. What?
Yeah, because in case there's anybody just like listening for the first time, going, "Who the hell is this and why?" They ought to know that I was a sports media guy in Baton Rouge for a long time, and Matt and I were friends. And then we started this gig on Tuesdays. We're not Tuesdays. And Matt, was it probably like 10 years ago, where one day on the show, I remember it was in the spring, and you said to me out of the blue, "What's your favorite beer?" And I said, and I gave you the song and dance about it depends on where you drink it and what kind of beer it is and who you're with, and and you were like, "Just tell me a beer." And I said, "All right, Budvar, the original Budweiser, I drank it in Prague in the Czech Republic." And you said, "This is great. We're going to talk about beer all the time." And that's how the thing grew into doing the weekly beer segment, that whenever I'm back, people ask me about the beers still, and they tell me how much they enjoyed the time I spent with you on the radio. And I always enjoy drinking beer in that effort.
Well, I remember I just wanted you to tell me, beer stories. And not that Prague. I remember you told me stories about drinking beer at bars in Jerusalem and pubs all over the world.
Right.
And it was,
Yeah.
it became like a great thing. And so we started to post your beer recs every week, and people would go find them and drink them. So, I'm assuming you have one or some for us. Are you ready?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
the beer reps in the Baton Rouge area in Louisiana would bring beer, and so we got to sample every kind of beer out there. But I'm going to lay a couple of,
I never got to sample
Massachusetts area beers on you as soon as you. Are you going to play the song?
Yeah, I was just about to play it.
Okay,
you ready?
Got
All
it.
right. So we're going to learn about Massachusetts area beer.
What is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer. Can't get enough of it. Beer. How we really love it. Beer. Makes me think I'm a man. Beer. I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Got my belly out to here. Beer. I could not refuse it. I could really use a beer. Beer.
Take it away.
Well, you know what?
Like
Everybody
riding
who
a bike.
comes to
Like riding
Boston
a bike. I tell you what, like riding a bike.
You guys, everybody who comes to Boston is going to drink a Sam Adams, and Sam Adams up its game. It's good stuff. But up here on the North Shore, the next couple towns over, it's called. You would look at it and go, "It's Peabody," but it's not. It's Peabody.
Oh,
because it's Peabody.
It's Peabody.
And just like at that place over towards Central Mass, you'd say it and you'd go, "It's Worcester," but no, it's Worcester.
Worcester.
Yeah. And we live in Swampscott, not Swampscott. Swampscott.
Swampscott.
But in Peabody is the Granite Coast Brewing. And Granite Coast Brewing is this little tiny place in a little strip mall on the main drag in Peabody, and just wonderful. And you walk in there, and it's like, oh, this is such a cool place, and the beers are so good. But here's the one that if you're ever driving in Massachusetts.
Ooh.
Now, Matt, you've heard of Sturbridge, Massachusetts. It's famous for the the covered bridges. You old timers will know that that's where Alice's restaurant was. Matt, there was no Alice's restaurant, but it's the Arlo Guthrie song. That's one of the classics.
For sure. Yeah.
The Thanksgiving epic. Just outside of Sturbridge is Treehouse Brewing Company. Now, Treehouse has got breweries around the state. There's one in Tewksbury, pretty close to here. They have a Boston. There's one in Sandwich. There's one, but the one in Charlton, just outside, they have made the most magnificent place you have ever seen. You walk in, and Matt, it's bigger than a couple of football fields. It's totally modern.
Ooh,
you go to each different bar. Like, you want a sour, you want an IPA, you want a lager, you want a porter. You go to the different bars, and they have these giant checkout touchscreens throughout. You can just go to it, pick up order all the beers you want. The last time I went, I spent $280. You pay for it, and then you go, and they lend you a dolly because it's like 100 yards out to your car.
They
load up all the beers for you.
And Sandwich, Mass. I'm looking at this. It's beautiful. It's like a lake right there, or what is that body of water?
Yeah, but it's the one in Charlton.
Tewksbury's on a golf course. Sandwich, there's Deerfield, Boston, Saratoga, Woodstock. I don't see Charlton? I don't see it.
Charlton is the third one down after Boston, Tewksbury, then Sandwich, and then right under Charlton.
I don't see it.
There.
It's not there?
Well, you have to trust me. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing.
Trust you.
Beers.
I'm looking at it.
There are some people who say it's the best beer in Massachusetts, Treehouse. And they make every kind of beer known to mankind. So
Can you get it in Louisiana?
Driving up here. Say it again?
Can you get it in Louisiana, or is it brewery only?
No, they do not export outside the state. And I'm not even sure they export outside the breweries.
Wait, on the website it says order beer.
Yeah, but not like get it
purchase
shipped
to go. Oh.
Yeah. So until next year when I pick Purdue to win the national championship, there's my beer tip for all of you.
Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Lee Fineswag making his triumphant return to AFR. Safe travels next week. You'll have to look me up when you're here. Well, not look me up. You will have to text me or call me when you're here next week, and we'll make plans to go drink a beer somewhere.
I hope we do. It's been too long that we've seen each other in person. I know I see you online because you're ubiquitous, And I appreciate always how hard you work, and it is fun to get given some crap by you after all this time. And for all of you guys, thank you so much.
Ubiquitous. Good word. Love that one. Thank you, Lee.
Bye, Matt.
We'll see you. It's After Further Review.
AFR.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call Darren James. Get your home sold. Can't imagine why you do anything else. As a matter of fact, Darren helped me and Erica buy our first home. Sold that home. Actually sold it the first day it was on the market. Then helped us buy the home we're currently in. So it doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. You know, the National Association of Realtors, the number one complaint to the National Association of Realtors is hired a realtor, listed my home, never heard from him again. With Darren James, you never have to worry about that. Darren's work ethic, the systems, the processes in place to get your home sold faster for more money, absolutely unmatched. If you need to sell your home, you need Darren James. So go to agent225.com, agent225.com. Have a better experience and get results from the number one realtor in Louisiana. Log on to agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I received at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose. Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized, it'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
After Further Review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
She says she's got a dream and I ask what it is. She wants a little farm and a yard full of kids and one more teeny.
Multi-platinum Grammy-winning superstar Zach Bryan is coming to Tiger Stadium Saturday, March 28th for the Death Valley Live Stadium Series, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge is hooking you up with free tickets. Register now at 1045ESPN.com for your chance to win.
Remember, at Sunshine, they sell small construction equipment, not just lawn mowers and ag equipment, but they're the best. New location is open right there on Pico in Baton Rouge. Driving down I-10, you can't miss it. Gorgeous, gorgeous new location. Heading down I-10 between Highland and Siegen, you cannot miss it. If you're heading westbound, just on I-10, heading towards Siegen, just look to your right at the Pico exit. You'll see it. It is awesome. Sunshine, Bunky and Below. You want a deer? You're going to Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. LSU baseball is going to be back on the diamond tonight. They play Grambling. I will actually be at the game tonight. So it'll be my first game of the year, and it's going to be 30 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be cold.
For all the talk about we're avoiding the ice box this year, we damn near made it, because this weekend it's going to be the 80s again.
It's going to be beautiful.
So it's going to be one game all year where we're going to have an ice box, and I'm going to be there.
How'd you get so lucky?
Because and here's the one piece of good fortune. I'm going in the guarantee suite.
Oh, you're going to be fine.
So I'll be fine, but I got to stay inside because I'm not going to sit in the seats.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
I'm staying inside. But here's the problem. Everybody's going to be inside.
That's true.
Nobody's going to be on the seats.
That's true.
So I'm basically going to be in the suite watching the game on the TV on the wall with everybody else.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where, like, before anyone's like, oh, the suite, let me just tell you, okay? This isn't like a complaint, like a first world problem deal, but if you ever go sit in the suite, and I'm excited because we'll have clients in there, and so they asked me to go. Clients will be in there, so yes, of course, naturally. But it's a social thing, and so you're not like just locked into the game.
True.
Which I like to lock into the game.
Same.
So it's but you got food and you got the bar over there too. So
it's all free.
It's not free. I mean, somebody's paying for it, but
yeah, but you're not. I mean, so for you, it's all free.
I ain't paying for it. So what you say there, Muse, is that it's open bar.
Open
you don't
bar,
say
yeah.
it's free.
It's true.
It's open bar.
It's free to me.
Right.
But I know what you mean.
It's not free.
Yeah.
Somebody's paying for it. But not me. So I'll jet over there to the box tonight. Watch the Tigers against Grambling. About 45 minutes from now, we should have the starting lineup. Chris Deioui, former Tiger pitcher, won a couple of natties with the Tigers. He'll be here. I'm going to be really interested to see who they start today. You have a thought on who Jay's going to start? You giving this any thought tonight?
Giving it some, but I mean, I could see it be a guy like Jaden Newt again, potentially. I mean, you've seen him a little bit in the midweek role. I think he I don't even know if he threw 10 pitches on Friday night. I mean, he's definitely good to go.
I think we're going to see 9 pitchers.
And I was about to say, I don't really think it matters who starts because you're going to see a bunch of guys.
I think he's going to go Cowan. Newt, they started Rick in last week or 2
Yeah, last
weeks?
week.
Last week and Newt. And Rick and but, you know, we talked about Cowan here on Friday, and Terrio kind of poo-pooed it. And because we were talking about how Jay said there's 4 relievers. He said last week, like there's 4 relievers that he's counting on right now. And we know that 2 of them at this point are Guidry and Sheeran. So the question was, okay, well, who are the other 2? And most likely who he was referring to are Rizzi and Williams. However, I'm not at that point wholly. Now, Williams was awesome in the 9th on Sunday. That was great to see. And Rizzi, my observation, I need to just research this and look at his splits. I wish this was more readily available. But my observation in watching Rizzi is if he inherits a clean situation, starts an inning with nobody on base and he's out of the windup, I think he's been very good. When he inherits traffic on the base paths, he is not very good. I think that and some guys can manage that and some guys can't. And I think right now he's at a point where he can't. I'm not saying he won't. He isn't doing it right now. But Cowan was the guy that I was interested in because we've seen it. I'm not guessing. Cowan, he had some speed bumps last year. Look, I mean, the start against Little Rock is one we'll all bring up, but then he was nails in the College World Series. It was not a good start to the season for Zach Cowan, but my goodness, he's the guy that took the ball on Friday when you needed someone to throw up zeros to give your offense an opportunity to get back in the game. Who was the one who took the ball and threw up zeros on the road in the SEC? Like, we've seen it. You're not guessing and saying, man, the potential's there, and maybe, like, we've seen him take the ball in big spots and throw up zeros. So I love the fact that what we saw from Cowan on Friday looked like what we saw for the bulk of last year from Zach Cowan, which, by the way, you're not winning a national championship last year without Zach Cowan. So I'm really encouraged by what we saw, and hopefully that's Cowan getting on track. And by the way, Jay Johnson, after the Vandy series, had this to say about the outing from Cowan on Friday.
He was spectacular. I thought, that's an outing we saw on the regular last year. I will just say, in his struggles, he has continued to work hard, have the right attitude. Not an easy spot to be in when, you're the top 5 reason that we won a national championship last year, to not have the start that he did. But, man, we really needed that tonight. We really needed that performance, and I'm really proud of him.
I hadn't even heard that soundbite, but he said the same thing. It's true. So I'm really encouraged by Cowan. Would love to see him get the ball at some point tonight. Don't need anybody to extend tonight, but just go throw up another zero. Like, have another good outing and then keep building on it to welcome in Oklahoma this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday this weekend for LSU in Oklahoma, but they got Grambling tonight out at the box. Hey, we are brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, door siding, oh yeah, they do shutters and shades too. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. And remember, with Relief Windows, you are never going to pay a down payment. They will not take $1 from you until they're done and you're thrilled. So go to ReliefWindows.com, ReliefWindows.com. Windows, door siding, shutters, and shades. And remember, this is an investment into your home. If you get your home appraised, you will get credit on your home appraisal for these energy-efficient replacement windows that come with a lifetime transferable warranty. So it'll increase your home's resale value, and as long as you live there, it's going to save you money because it's going to lower your energy bills. It's going to reduce or eliminate the costly air leaks to make your home more energy efficient. You'll save money on your energy bills. You'll increase your home's resale value. It'll beautify your homes. Why wouldn't you do this? It's Relief Windows. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. All right, well, now I got a quick break. Muse will do Tigers in the Pros. We will, Kiper's got his latest free agency mock draft out, so we'll get to that in a bit. Chris Deioui in about 30 minutes. Ton to do. Glad you're here. It's AFR.
AFR.
And speaking of the temps and those air leaks, River City's 1 hour air. If your AC isn't keeping up, and I get it, we're sort of jockeying back and forth. Last night we got into the 30s. I know it's going to be in the 30s again tonight. Right now it's 75. But remember, this weekend we're getting right back into the 80s, temps in the 80s. I'm looking at it right now, low tonight of 35. But anyway, Friday the high of 80, Saturday 81, Sunday, Monday 82. We're getting right back into the 80s. So you're cranking up the AC. If your AC isn't keeping up or you're having issues, or you knew at the end of the warm weather months last year that your AC was struggling and now you're getting into the time where you're going to use it again, call River City's 1 hour air. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. Spell it out, O-N-E, 1hourbr.com. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. It's River City's 1 hour air.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
I'm lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
She thinks my tractor's sexy. Well, she ain't into cars or pickup trucks, but if it runs like a deer, man, her eyes light up. She thinks my tractor.
All right, we're wrapping up hour number 2, and we're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Muso as Tigers in the Pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
And we begin with the World Baseball Classic. A night ago, Italy and Venezuela. Aaron Nola was on the bump for the Italians. He turned in another brilliant outing. 4 innings, 4 hits, just an earned run. It was a solo shot. Walked a guy and struck out 3. He had an ERA of 1 in the World Baseball Classic over the course of 2 starts. Unfortunately, left with the lead, and then his bullpen, Michael Lorenzen, blew it and gave up 3 earned runs in the 7th inning. Venezuela would go on to win and advance to the finals, where they will face the United States of America tonight. Alex Bregman, after getting the night off against the Dominican Republic, returns to the starting lineup, hitting 5th and playing 3rd base. Get you a recap of what Bregs gets into on tomorrow's show there. Jaden Hill in spring training earlier today pitched a 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits and a walk to guy, so he loaded the bases. Got out of the jam, though. Nobody came across to score. It was needed for him. It's been a little bit of an up-and-down roller coaster spring there for Hill, who spent plenty of time with the Rockies in the bigs. We'll see if he does again this year. Jake Fraley for the Rays wore the collar today in spring training. Been a rare occurrence for him, though. He's been on fire. The average stands at 400 right now for Fraley. Man, if he's healthy, that's a really big piece for the Tampa Bay Rays. Hunter Ferdusha was also in the lineup for Tampa. Went 1 for 3 with a single. Did punch out twice as well. And then last but not least, Tari Eason on the floor last night for the Rockets in a starting role. 33 minutes. Tough shooting night. Just 5 points. Stuffed the stat sheet everywhere else, though. 9 rebounds, 5 of those offensive. 3 assists and 2 steals. So productive, even though he was not scoring. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Supper Club, supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com. You got to go check out this new reel from Supper Club on Instagram. My goodness, I was telling you about this. So remember, they recently got in a cow, a Sagrera cow. And there's only 2 ways you can get a Sagrera cow, a Sagrera cut. You go buy the whole cow from Sagrera, or you go to Supper Club. And they actually do butcher the cow in-house. And I've told you this before, and some people don't believe when we say it, but it's true. And Chef Layton will he'll walk you back into the kitchen and he'll show you. But they butcher the cow in Supper Club in-house. Well, they got a cow from Sagrera Farms. It's the best that they've ever gotten. The IMF, for USDA Prime starts at 9. This one was 18. It was literally double prime. Like, you've literally never seen this type of marbling before. Incredible. And it's only at Supper Club. So when we talk about literally having the best steak experience of your life, go to Supper Club. Now, I'll also remind you that they have tons of amazing seafood options as well. So if you're looking for a place to go Friday and Lent, go get the stone crabs or the Alaskan king crab legs or the lobster or the Chilean sea bass or the Ora king salmon or the scallops or the anything. It's Supper Club. Have the best dining experience of your life. SupperClubBTR.com. SupperClubBTR.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. Hour number 3 coming up right after SportsCenter. Stick around.
AFR.
Love telling you about Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com with locations all over South Louisiana. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. They treat you like family at Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. So, maybe you need tires. Remember, tires are a commodity. You can get the same thing anywhere. You want to buy a Michelin tire, you can go to 100 different places and buy a Michelin tire. So why go to Shawbills? Well, they're going to sell you the best tires at the cheapest price. They guarantee it. They have Charlie's price match guarantee, part of the Charlie's dozen. Buy a tire at Shawbills. If you find that same tire advertised cheaper somewhere else, they'll refund you 125% of the difference. They're just not going to be beat on price. That's number one. And number two, they treat you like family. It's in their customer bill of rights. Go to their website. Go into any store. They have a stated customer bill of rights, things they believe you are entitled to as their customer. They're going to treat you awesome. ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Shawbills, we keep you rolling.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmair to Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
This is SportsCenter.
Christine Lisi. The Broncos land receiver Jalen Waddle in a blockbuster trade with the Dolphins. Denver acquired him in a 4th-round pick in next month's NFL draft for a 1st, 3rd, and 4th-round picks. Waddle, one of the fastest players in the league, will provide a needed big play element for Denver. Our Harry Douglas.
Look at a guy like Jalen Waddle, who is, low compact to the ground, can get in and out of breaks at the top of the routes. Not a lot of wasted movement while he's running. In the blink of an eye, he can take a hitch, he can take a slant, he can take a shallow route, the distance. And then if you're a DB, like I just mentioned, if you want to play around and not get out of your back pedal, touchdown over your head for a deep one.
Miami in rebuild mode continues to stockpile draft picks, right now with 11, 2 in the 1st round. NBA Timberwolves will be without their best player for the next week or two. Guard Anthony Edwards sidelined by right knee soreness. Minnesota is 6th in the Western Conference. NHL Oilers forward Leon Draisaitl will miss the rest of the regular season with a lower body injury. Edmonton 3rd in the Pacific. Duke's Cam Boozer among 3 freshmen named to the AP All-American First Team.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options. Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
Hour 3. Off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
So. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Former Tiger lefty Chris Deioui. Cali High. Be here in 13 minutes from right now. We should have the LSU Grambling starting lineups posted about half hour. We'll sift through that. Jimmy will be here for Auto Locks. By the way, Auto Locks are posted right now at louisianasports.net. So if you want to go get them now for free over at louisianasports.net. So every year as we lead up to the NFL draft, there's always sort of these benchmarks where you see updated mock drafts. You'll always have your way too early mock drafts, and then after the deadline passes for underclassmen to declare, you'll have more mock drafts because then the draft is set. The draft pool of players is set. And then you have like the postseason all-star games, like the Senior Bowl and all that stuff. And so then they'll have another wave of mock drafts. And then you have the combine and someone will run a 4.28, Davion Thomas. And then you'll have another wave of mock drafts that are adjusted. And then I think maybe the most impactful, important benchmark for mock drafts is after free agency begins. Because what you do in free agency largely is going to dictate what you do at the top of the draft. Now, Kellen Moore said this last week about need versus best available.
I think everyone would say that certainly is everyone's goal, is to acquire as many talented players and then let the draft play itself out. And so, it's a fun process. We went through some college stuff. Now we've kind of been in this pro world now for a couple weeks, really focused on that. And then we'll kind of enter the college phase again as we kind of continue to evaluate that part.
Okay, that's good. That's all. But the point being, you would love to be in a situation where your roster is good enough to where you can just draft the best available player. Sometimes, as we've documented here, that's not always possible. Like when Max Unger suddenly retired, the Saints used their first pick of the ensuing draft to take Eric McCoy. They desperately needed a center. Like, sometimes your hand is forced. The Raiders do not have a quarterback. They are going to take Fernando Mendoza at the top of the draft. They need a quarterback. Whether he's the best player in the draft or not, that's who they're taking at 1. So the Saints this year, I don't know what they perceive to be their biggest need or who they perceive to be the best player in this draft. But I think there's some things we can rule out. Like, you're rolling with Tyler Shuck. You're not taking a quarterback at 8. You just signed David Edwards. You're not taking an offensive guard at 8. You just signed Travis Etienne at running back, so you're not taking Jeremiah Love at 8, if he's even on the board. So there's some things that we can assume are true. I think it's a little less clear when you look at someone like Sonny Styles. Yes, DeMario Davis walked. You signed Caden Ellis, but do you see Styles as a Mike linebacker? If you think he's a Sam or a Will, then maybe you would look at him at 8 if he's on the board. But anyway, there's things and positions I think that you can rule out definitively. You're not taking an offensive tackle. You drafted your bookend tackles each of the last 2 years. So like offensive tackle, that is off the board. So you're looking at positions of need. Cornerback is certainly a position of need. Wide receiver is certainly a position of need. I think really any of the 3 levels on defense. You could go edge rusher. You could go interior defensive lineman. You could go linebacker, corner, safety if Caleb Downs is on the board. I think more and more, though, what's crystallizing is you're either taking the best defensive player available at 8 or a receiver if you have someone highly valued at that position. So Mel Kiper has updated his post-first wave of free agency mock draft, and most of this is what most people have. Mendoza 1 to the Raiders, David Bailey number 2 to the Jets, Arvell Reese number 3 to the Cardinals, Jeremiah Love number 4 to Tennessee. By the way, Jeremiah Love, that is sort of the odds-on favorite landing spot for him is 4 to Tennessee. Caleb Downs 5 to the Giants, Monroe Freeling, the offensive tackle from Georgia, 6 to the Browns, Sonny Styles off the board 7 to the Washington Commanders. So when you look at the Saints at 8, there's a lot of different options. You've got guys like Ruben Bain on the board and Mansour Delane if you want to go defense. And then the top receivers are still on the board because with Kiper's mock draft here, no receiver has come off. And what Kiper has the Saints doing is going Carnell Tate, wide receiver from Ohio State, because, of course, the Saints would take a wide receiver from Ohio State. Now, I want to be clear. I say that tongue-in-cheek, but, I mean, the Saints obviously do value Ohio State players in the draft. They have. And we all know, we talk about it a bunch. If the New Orleans Saints perceive Carnell Tate and grade him as the best receiver in this draft, and they pull the trigger on him at number 8, I'd be ecstatic. Y'all know how I feel about Chris Olave. I think he's a good receiver. I think he's probably an excellent number 2. I do not think he is a dynamic number 1. I don't think Chris Olave is the guy that is going to single-handedly go beat the other team's best defensive back consistently. He is not Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or Puka Nacua or whoever you think is the JSN, whoever you think is the best receiver in the NFL, that crop of the top 5-7 receivers. I do not think Chris Olave is in that category. I think he is an excellent starting NFL receiver. It was a 1,000-yard season this past year. He's I think a very good number 2. I would love to go draft your version of Jamar Chase. And if they think Carnell Tate is that, and you get a player who, by the way, is 6'3", 195, who physically looks so much different than Olave or Shaheed before him and so many of the receivers you have. Now, Devon Vele is a big-bodied receiver, but he don't run like Carnell Tate. So if you're looking at a guy like Tate with that wingspan, that height, size, and can blow the top off a defense, yes, please. I would love Carnell Tate at 8 if they value him that way. So I love, actually, what Kiper has there, mocking Carnell Tate to the Saints at 8 if he's on the board. Now, Jordan Tyson is the other receiver a lot of people talked about, but you're starting to see him slip in some of these mock drafts, mostly, I think, because the injury issues have become a little bit of a concern for some teams. Now, Kiper has the Dolphins taking Tyson at 11, and obviously with them trading Jalen Waddle, that becomes maybe more of a realistic possibility for Miami at 11 taking a receiver. It's also notable that Kiper has Ruben Bain going 1 pick after the Saints to the Chiefs at 9, and then Mansour Delane to the Bengals at 10. Then, as we mentioned, Tyson 11 to the Dolphins. So But by the way, the one other thing that I thought was fascinating is Mel Kiper does have Ty Simpson going 16 to the Jets with a pick from the Colts. So I will be fascinated to see if a second quarterback, most likely Ty Simpson, does go in round one and where. There were times this past year where Ty Simpson, I thought, was the best player in college football. His final month of the season was not very good. So that's worth watching. For me, I think New Orleans at 8 is going to be in a great position because of what they've done so far in this draft. What you got to hope is as many of the positions I just alluded to, quarterback, offensive tackle, running back, the positions you're not going to draft, you hope those players come off the board before you pick, because every offensive tackle, quarterback, running back that is taken before you select, it's dropping a player of value that you might pick with positional value to you to give you more options. So I don't know which way the Saints are going to go, but I do know if Carnell Tate's on the board at 8 and they pull the trigger, I'll be over the moon. If Mansour Delane's on the board at 8 and they pull the trigger, I'll be ecstatic. I think there's a lot of really good options for New Orleans at 8, and it's hopefully the last time for a long time we see the Saints picking in the top 10, because if you're picking in the top 10, it means you had a really bad year, unless you trade into the top 10. But my hope is they get great positional value with a guy in the top 10 at 8 overall, and they should be positioning themselves nicely to do that after what has been a very productive start to this free agent period. All right, it's After Further Review. We are brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics, OLOLRMC.com/LSU, OLOLRMC.com/LSU, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. Of course, they take care of the championship athletes for the Tigers on the field, the court, the diamond, but everyday champions like you and me as well. Maybe you need urgent care, or maybe it's after-hours care. It's Lake Urgent Care, Lake After Hours. Maybe it's their heart center, cancer, pediatrics, stroke. They do all the specialties with world-class doctors and surgeons right here at home, so you don't have to travel. It's Our Lady of the Lake. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics, OLOLRMC.com/LSU, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review, and we're glad to have you hanging out with us here. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day. Do you know anybody named Patty? Muse, do you? Patty?
I don't know.
No? Paul, you know anybody named Patty?
My dad's friend is named Patty.
Who's your dad's friend?
Miss Patty.
Miss Patty. Miss Patty.
Yes.
Miss Patty. My neighbor's Patty. Yes. You see, today isn't St. Patty's Day.
No.
It's St. Paddy's Day with a D. The Irish name Padraig is St. Paddy's Day, not Patty's Day. Patty is a hamburger or a nickname for Patricia. Patty. Patty. So please don't wish me a happy St. Patty's Day. You can say St. Patrick, which you are Americanizing Padraig, the Irish name. I'm blowing some people's mind right now. But it is not St. Patty's Day. Patty is a nickname for Patricia, not Patrick.
Or a hamburger, as we established.
Or a hamburger, Patty. But not the saint from Ireland. That would be Paddy. Like Padraig Harrington, the golfer.
There you go, yeah.
Paddy Harrington.
Major winner.
Stop wishing me a happy St. Patty's Day. It's not Paul's dad's friend, Miss Patty. It's not her day. That's a whole different day altogether. It's After Further Review.
After Further Review.
You can venture onto a ship. We're brought to you by Goodwood. Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Hey, if you are currently on HRT and you are not using Goodwood, I would strongly recommend you switch, because they have the lowest prices, never any contracts. So we talk about commodities. And if you're getting HRT, you're buying your testosterone wherever from whatever lab, clinic it may be, whatever supplier. I mean, if it's ananthate, if it's cypionate, I mean, you're buying testosterone. Well, you might as well get it where you're going to get the best price, the best service. And at Goodwood, they have no contracts, the lowest prices. And when you go every 6 months to do your blood labs, they pick up the cost of the blood labs. They don't pass that charge on to you. Have a better experience. YourGoodwood.com. YourGoodwood.com.
I have no doubt that Our Lady of the Lake will keep me healthy. They make sure to do whatever they can in their power to make sure that we are 100%. They're constantly giving us resources, giving us advice on what to do. I think that just really helps us be the best players that we can be.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us this Wednesday for AFR from Marucci's Hitter's House on Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come take some hacks in the cages with the best bats in the world, the official bat of Major League Baseball. It's at Marucci's Hitter's House in Baton Rouge.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me. Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Always appreciate our friends over at Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. SunnyQuip.com, SunnyQuip.com. Bunky and below, you want a Deere, you're going to Sunshine, our great partners. We appreciate them so much. Always appreciate Chris Deioui. Cali High! Former national champion with the Tigers, lefty at the pen, good enough to hang out for a couple of minutes. What's up, Demouy?
Doing good, Scone. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing awesome. I'd be doing better if LSU's pitchers could throw strikes. Why aren't they throwing more strikes?
Question. I have a feeling you were going to start off with that today, and I think it's probably a combination of, look, pitching, it's one of three things in my mind, right? It's mechanics. Your mechanics are off, not allowing you to throw strikes. You're not mentally focused. Your concentration level is not where it's supposed to be. And then it's execution. So it could be a combination of all three, one of the three, but just like pitching is just a mental battle when you cross those white lines. I've done just about everything good and bad you can do in a college uniform on the mound, and I've experienced all three of those. And I think everybody on that team is different in terms of whatever guy you're rolling out there. But what I look at when I see with those guys, it's a combination of one of those three. I mean, you can dot 97 on the corner, and then you throw 97 literally like 4 feet outside. I mean, that's almost I can't explain that, but it's one of those three things. And I think that's what's going on with whoever you roll out there. Something along those lines is going on. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
How do you fix it?
Well, that's obviously Coach Yeske's deal, and he's really, really good at it. He's got the skins on the wall and the rings on his fingers to prove that. It's taking each guy individually. And look, the other thing is I don't know their pitching philosophy, right? So when he calls a fastball in their little headset or in their hat or whatever they got going on now, I don't know. Do you want him in the corner? Do you want him in the middle? How aggressive does he want to be early in the count? You know, I don't know his philosophy on different things and the way they approach teams and with all the data and scouting reports. But my philosophy is, look, we just need to be aggressive in the zone. This is my opinion. The biggest rule about pitching and pitching in the SEC is, like, if I ran the pitching room, my number one rule is you can't be afraid to get hit. Like, you're going to get hit at some point because these guys are just too good. And sometimes it looks like these guys are nibbling too much, or obviously certain situations you can't be extra aggressive depending on the situation. But to me, I don't know how you fix it. I just take each guy to the side individually, and you have a plan for that guy, and you try to set him up for success. And I think Jay is trying to do that with managing the game and who he puts in the situation. But it's tough. You know, it's tough pitching with those three letters on your chest. And some of these guys are finding out that it may be a little tougher than they thought after the first 2 weeks.
Chris Deioui with us, former Tiger pitcher. Demouy, we have seen guys at LSU just in the last 2 years under Yeskie struggle at the beginning of the year and get really good by the end. I mean, Chase Shores last year is probably the best example. I mean, he started the season in the rotation, really struggled with the repeatable motion. By the end of the year, he was arguably the most dominant pitcher in college baseball. So realistically, when you look at what's going on with these guys right now, how much do you think they collectively can improve?
I think a lot, just because, like you said, the arm talent's there. I've heard you talk on it and listen to you a lot and the different locked on things. And you're right, Chase Shores, like his College World Series was absolutely filthy. But I think if you got the arm talent there, then and if it's not mechanical, then you go to the mental side and then to the execution side. So when I say execution is like Gavin Guidry the other day, right? He strikes out that hitter with absolutely filthy stuff. I think their best hitter, Holcomb, and then he gives up the bomb. So he goes, breaking ball, perfect breaking ball, right? Get it over for a strike. And then he just didn't execute the 0-1 breaking ball because he literally threw the same pitch again, right? Where it should have been a little more down in the zone. So he just hung it. So that's not mechanics or mental focus. It's just execution. So to me, I think they can turn it around. I think they're going to pare it down a lot to where you're only going to be able to kind of quote unquote trust certain dudes out the pen in certain situations. And I really think they have a lot of arms out there. And then maybe you bring guys along slowly to where at the end of the year, you're surprised you're getting like quality outings and innings from guys that you kind of brought along slowly who have some confidence now. But I think they can turn it around. Are they going to be unreal? I don't know, but I think they can do better than what they did this past weekend. There's no doubt about that.
Chris Deioui with us. Who do you trust out of the bullpen right now?
Sheeran, Guidry, Garcia, and Plog, and Cowan. I love Cowan. He struggled. Great to see him do that the other day. I felt bad for him earlier in the year because he just felt like, he was making every mistake he made, got hit hard. Obviously, Guidry's had a rough go of it, and maybe you limit him, or maybe you pull him a little sooner because you have the utmost confidence in him. But those are the guys that I trust right now, those 4 or 5 guys. Okay,
so it's interesting. By the way, you mentioned Plog. He's one of those guys you talked about who's 97 from the left side, but then will miss by 4 feet. But why do you like Plog?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I probably haven't seen him as much as some of the others. I just know when I look at the other lefties in there, let's just say I just don't trust them as much, and I'll just leave it at that. Like, obviously, I don't want to call kids out or, I don't want to be rude to anybody, but I've seen some lefties on staff for a little while, and they've been great, and then you see them underneath the lights, and they're not great. So I would probably go with him. I mean, I like Garcia a lot. Meyer, I think, if that's saying his name right, hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, but you got to have some lefties. You can't just roll out there with no lefties. You got to have somebody, but I would probably go with those guys right now just based on the history of guys that have been there longer, and I'll just leave it at that.
So the two guys you didn't mention are Rizzi and Williams, and I think those are two guys that Jay and Nate Yeski are really counting on. And they're similar, except that one's a lefty, one's a righty, but both are giants, right? I mean, they're 6'9", they're giant humans. What do you think has plagued those guys here to start the season?
I think with Rizzi, it looks like he's really good starting a clean inning. I just worried about him with runners on base, just due to the fact that the propensity of his misses. Right? Like, he was the example that I gave in my head where it's like 97 on the corner, then 97 3 feet outside. Then he can hit a guy with a slider, and then he can go slider, 97 on the corner. And it's like, I don't understand what happened between those two bad pitches and the 2 4 ones, the 4 big ones. And as you see sometimes with bigger guys, like the Shores example, it takes them a long time to kind of come into their mechanics and body. But I would say he had a great Cape Cod league. So I don't know if he's trying to do too much or trying to be too fine. So I think with him, it may be a little bit mechanics and mental focus. And then with Williams, I don't know. I think it's a confidence thing with him. And I think the other thing people don't understand is if like take Williams because he's left-handed. If Jay Johnson puts me in to get out a lefty and I don't get him out and I get pulled because that was my job, then it's easy to say, oh, flush it, go get him next time. You'll be fine. We're going to throw you in there again. But he may not pitch again for another week. And then if he knows, man, if I don't get these next 2 guys out or I don't have a clean inning, I'm going to get pulled again. So internally, it's tough sometimes for kids that age to turn the page and not have that internal pressure to perform. And it just kind of builds and builds and builds because you're not going to go out there every other day. Like with Skip, I knew if I had a bad outing, I was going to pitch again in the midweek, and then I was ready for the weekend. And Jay just, due to the propensity of arms and how good they are, he just doesn't really run his staff like that. So it's tough mentally on these guys when, if I come in the game and I hit a guy first pitch, like I'm done. And then it's like, see you in a week and a half. So sometimes confidence, it's really tough. It's a very thin line out there. And I think that's what I've seen with Williams. It's just a confidence thing, and it's things really unravel on him really quick.
What would you like to see them do tonight against Grambling on the mound? Or who would you like to see get work?
I'm trying to think of who's out there who's available. I would imagine it's going to be a lot of – I'm trying to think of who threw this week in their rotation. I guess like a Ricken, right? Paz had a really good outing. I would just kind of go like a whoever 1-1-1-1 type of thing or something like. What I would see is like I'm looking for strike 1, strike 2. Let's be aggressive. Like if you get hit, you get hit. But I don't want to see you going 3-0 to guys. And the other thing, like I would set a goal like no leadoff walks, right? No hit batters, stuff like that. And that's what. It's like with Schmidt the other day, right? He gives up the solo bomb, and I don't have a problem with that. But then he goes 4-pitch walk, and I texted a buddy, like, it's danger time. Like, here it comes. You can just feel it coming. And it's just, they have to have that awareness of this is not right here. I don't have a problem with the solo bomb, but let's go right back. Let's go fastball or breaking ball for a strike. And then we'll work off of that so it doesn't snowball on us. And I think sometimes I don't know if they have enough sense of urgency, right? So we're like, okay, like we got to fix this now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We can't go single, and then go 3-0 to the next guy. Like that's just, we can't do that mentally. We go single, let's go strike 1.
Well, if ever
those types of things, that's it.
I I was going to say, if ever there was a chance to go challenge hitters, this could be the night. Grambling is hitting 286 as a team, and they got just 15 homers on the season, and it's going to be in the 30s tonight. So I don't think this is going to be a very offensive day. Now, I say that, Demouy, and Grambling staff ERA is a cumulative 9.19. So, I mean, if ever there was like a hey, let's just – I'm not saying you just roll it out there, but like you should be able to go out there and have some success if you're trying to gain confidence. This could be a pretty good opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope so. And I think you just got to have that mental approach of building on Sunday. And you've seen it. I've seen it. I've been a part of it. But sometimes these midweek games, if it's who you deem to be a lesser opponent, then you sleepwalk until the 6th. You're like, it's 1-1, guys. Let's figure it out. Where I would rather see them, let's just try to put 2 on the board and another crooked number and, go out there and throw strikes. I mean, like Schmidt, the best thing he did was have that super quick 7-pitch, I think, first inning after they put numbers on the board. That was great for him. And I wish he could have worked out of that maybe on his own right there before he got pulled. But I mean, I trust the coaching staff and what they're doing. It's a tough watch at times, but I don't know. That's just kind of my thoughts on it,
Chris Deioui, former Tiger pitcher, national champion, good enough to spend a couple of minutes with us. Deioui, we always appreciate it, man. We'll catch up down the line.
Sounds great, Stone. Anytime, buddy. Thanks.
But be well. It's after further review. We're brought about Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com, arco.com. If you need industrial Generac generator power, then you need Arco. That's who you call. ARCCO, arco.com. This is a generator for your business. This is automatic standby generator power for your business, your industrial facility, your municipality, hospitals, grocery stores, gas stations, any type of business. Yesterday, our power went out here at Guarantee amid the bad weather, and boom, we have a standby generator out back. We immediately pop right back on. If you can't afford to have your business offline, then you need Arco. Arco Power Systems, ARCCO. And I don't want you just to think they're in Baton Rouge. Their home base is Baton Rouge. But they have offices all over the region. East to Mobile, west to San Antonio, north to Little Rock. So draw a big circle if you're anywhere in that footprint. Houston, Dallas, Austin, they can help you. Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, arco.com. All right, y'all, it is after further review. I appreciate Demouy for hanging out with us. If you missed Shea Dixon in hour 1, that was a great convo. And Lee Fineswag made his return, his annual return to pick Purdue to win the national championship and talk beer. Tomorrow, Mama Scone will return for our bracket, the ever-popular Scone versus Mama Scone bracket challenge. So my mom will be here, prove that she knows absolutely nothing about basketball, and might even beat me in the GOAT will still be the GOAT bracket is still Mama Scone, the Sister Jean year, the Loyola of Chicago year, where Mama Scone had Loyola Chicago in the Final Four, which save anybody from Loyola of Chicago, she had to be the only human who didn't have any affiliation with that school who picked Loyola in the Final Four.
Yeah, it's a safe assumption.
In the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Not winning a game in the Final Four.
I don't even know if people associated with Loyola Chicago had that.
Only people with blind loyalty that were just like, I'll just fill this out all the way to win the Natty.
Yeah.
Or people trying to lose. Like actively trying to lose because there's a prize for finishing last.
True.
She beat me that year.
She'd have beat, anybody that year, probably.
Yeah. One time I did make my mom eat hot wing at Pluckers. I tricked her. She was supposed to eat 5 hot wings. And so I got 4 mild and then a hot.
Oh, I see.
And so she's eating the mild, going, oh, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. She got to the hot, and then I was like, oh! They're like, how could you do that to your mom? I'm like, because I'm competitive.
I miss Pluckers. Man. God, I miss it so much.
Bring it back, Steve. Steve will be the king of the wing. He's not. He's living his best life.
Can't blame the guy.
I know.
I mean,
he had a great run.
He did.
He's just like, I'm out. He just tapped out. Like,
Someone else bring it back.
Someone else bring it back. You should bring it back.
I need a loan.
Well, go get a loan.
Yeah.
Go to the bank. You got the concept already.
It's true.
It's proven.
No one's moved into
I don't
one.
think this. I was about to say. Or is anyone Nicholson?
I'm not sure. Blue Bonnet, I know. I mean, it's right by my place, so.
God, those Gold Rush wings. God.
The Holy Mac. Oh.
And I try to, like, on football Sundays, I DoorDash wings. I probably DoorDash wings from 10 different places this year. It's just not the same.
Not it. Yeah.
It's AFR.
After further review.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siegen near Airline, LA 16 and Denham Mid-City on Donmore, Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Buy local, shop local, and just plant something, y'all. Just plant something. Clegg's Nursery's in full-on just plant something mode. What do you want to plant? I don't care. Plant anything. Plant everything. Greenhouse is busting with blooms. They got begonias and marigolds. They got vegetable plants. We're going to plant a garden. They got Johnny Naylor seeds. They got rose bushes with more than 80 varieties. That's 80. More than 80 varieties of rose bushes. Tropical hibiscus. I mean, and look, and if you got weeds in your lawn, they got weed and feed. They got the things to keep the pests away, but they are bursting with bloom. So just plant something at Clegg's Nursery. Buy local, shop local, tell them Matt sent you. Clegg's Nursery.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Faber Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FaberChevrolet.com.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
I definitely trust the lake to take care of my body. Being the smallest person on the court, I just have to be in a lot better shape than everyone else, just being quicker and faster. Just having that trust on and off the court is going to help you win a lot more games.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
I think you're crazy if you don't want to do this, honestly. I mean, just getting an opportunity to put USA on your chest and go out there and compete with, honestly, the best players in the world. I think it's honestly an unbelievable experience for me. As a competitor, I want to go out there and compete and try to win and try to put my team in the best spot when I do come out of the game.
Nolan McLean will get the ball tonight for Team USA against Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic final. There are some local hat tips and ties to this. LSU Baseball just put this out a bit ago on their social media. So the Tigers are repping Team USA tonight in their pregame warm-ups. The shirts they're wearing at BP are LSU baseball. They're gray shirts with the interlocking LSU baseball logo and their red, white, and blue stars and stripes, which is pretty awesome. So cool way that LSU is giving a little hat tip there to Team USA here before the World Baseball Classic. You got to love that. One other thing that I'm sure you don't know this, but this is something cool worth keeping an eye on. So Bocock Brothers, the premium cigars you hear me talk about from time to time, who do the championship, the custom championship boxes, which they've done an amazing job, right? I mean, they've gotten the licenses to do these championship boxes for a lot of these events, like Indiana won the football national championship, LSU baseball, Florida basketball last year. They do these custom boxes. Well, Bocock Brothers has done the World Baseball Classic championship cigars that they've supplied to Team USA for tonight in the event that they win. So this is really cool. So if you see Team USA win the World Baseball Classic tonight and celebrate smoking cigars, they will be smoking Bocock Brothers cigars that were made custom and provided by Bocock Brothers for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. So how cool is that? That's awesome. And if you're not familiar, Doug and Bryant Bocock, who run the company, they live in Houston, but they're LSU alum. So they're LSU grads that own that company, and for the first licensing deal they got was with LSU, and since then it's continued to grow and compound, and they've built a great company. And I tell you often, if you ever want to go shop at BocockBrothers.com, you use the code MAT15, MAT15, and give you 15% off your order. It's a code they give for our listeners. We've done a lot with them, and they're outstanding. But they have the LSU private label stuff, the national championship boxes, and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, check it out. Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. And if you're watching tonight at the World Baseball Classic, just know that they're providing the championship cigars that hopefully Team USA will be smoking whenever they win tonight. The LSU box is really cool. Paul, if you want to pull this up, this is really cool for those watching. If you go to BocockBrothers.com and you hit the Collegiate Series, so they've got the I wonder if they still have any more of the national championship box. They might be sold. Nope, they still got them. Okay, good. They do still have the national championship box. So the 2025 national championship box, it's fine. It's gorgeous what they did. But anyway, you can buy them online at BocockBrothers.com, BocockBrothers.com, and you can save 15% with the code MAT15, MAT15. Where are we? Okay, LSU tonight, Grambling. I'll be getting out of here, heading over to the box. It'll be the first game at the box that I'll have actually seen this year. And, of course, I'm going to go to the game when it's going to be 30 degrees outside. But LSU, Grambling, starting lineup still not posted yet, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping we'd have that posted already so we could we generally like to run through it here. One more refresh. I'm waiting to see if they put it out yet. And I don't see it yet. So I don't know what they're going to do. Ideally, we'll see. I think what we're going to see is probably 9 pitchers at least throw tonight. They'll probably break it up into multiple innings across the 9 innings to get a whole bunch of guys work. And so as not to extend anybody. Remember, this weekend with Oklahoma coming in, it is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. So you certainly don't want to extend anybody tonight that you may want to use on Thursday. So that means that I can't imagine you would throw Sheeran or Guidry in this ballgame. Maybe if it were a bullpen day for Guidry, who hasn't pitched since Friday, if you wanted to get him out there for 15 pitches, I guess you could do that. But that certainly doesn't feel like a worthwhile endeavor. This feels like an opportunity to get a bunch of guys out there mound time. I think the bigger question is, as we've looked at some of the guys that have struggled offensively, and you're facing a Grambling team with a staff ERA of 9, do you want to get some of those guys that have been struggling an opportunity to get out there and maybe have some success? Or is this an opportunity to get some of the younger guys some ABs? So I don't know. We'll see what the lineup is when they post it. But we've obviously looked at first, second, and third as opportunities to see different guys. Braun at first, Ruckert at second. Saw Pearson Sunday at third in place of Caraway. So the outfield is set, and obviously shortstop and catcher are set. I mean, unless they just want to give Aaron Beatty a night off to give Cerna an opportunity to catch, which I'm totally fine with. But see what other changes they might make in the lineup, if any, at all. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. Of course, our Tuesday shows are powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. And First South Farm Credit can actually help you finance not only your farm land, but your farm equipment. So if you need a big piece of farm equipment, tractor, combine, whatever it is, First South Farm Credit can help you finance the land and the farm equipment. But it's not just land for agriculture. Any type of recreational land. They have the ultimate recreational land buying guide at the website, which is a totally free resource. If you're considering buying land, the 100 acres in St. Francisville to build your dream home, or the 1,000 acres for agriculture, your new hunting property in Mississippi, or whatever, start at the website firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com, and go check out the ultimate recreational land buying guide. It's a great jumping off points. You can learn about the options that are available to you. firstsouthland.com. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. Okay, y'all, it's After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. Remember, if you missed anything, Shea Dixon was here in hour one. We talked a little recruiting. There was a junior day this weekend for LSU. It was a great conversation with some of the guys worth keeping an eye on that'll be in Baton Rouge for junior day. We talked with Lee Fineswag, made his return to the show last hour. We did talk about the New Orleans Saints signing a running back here with Ty Chandler from the Minnesota Vikings. Chris Deioui just a bit ago. Mel Kiper's latest mock draft. Chock-full, jam-packed show. If you missed any of it, AFR On Demand presented by Breck Golf. You can book your tee time at golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. All right, it's After Further Review. Let's knock out our final break of the show. Come back. Jimmy will be here for Auto Lock. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
Love telling you about the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown. Of course, the Watermark, Baton Rouge's premier hotel property, voted by you the best hotel in the best of 225. It's Watermark Baton Rouge in downtown Baton Rouge, right there on 3rd Street. And when we talk about Watermark Baton Rouge, there's so many different ways you can experience Watermark Baton Rouge. If you're looking for a great place to go have a meal, the Gregory, great for Sunday brunch, fine dining, right there in the lobby. Beautiful open kitchen design where when you're sitting at the Gregory, you can see right into the kitchen. Even that charcoal oven right there, that's over where you could see it through the lobby. Those beautiful aromas waft through the lobby. There's Milford's on 3rd, a little more casual sandwich shop. You can enter through the lobby or from the 3rd Street entrance. There's the lobby bar, which is a great place just to go have a cocktail, glass of wine, people watch, maybe before an event. And, of course, if you're hosting an event, no better place than Watermark Baton Rouge.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned both on the court and off. And every step along the way, I trust Our Lady of the Lake to keep me in the game.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes because it takes a champion to care for champions.
On the court, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time.
Always appreciate our friends over at River Parish Contractors, rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. You know, when it comes to River Parish Contractors, there's so many different things we tell you about. Of course, if you want a career at River Parish Contractors, one of the incredible things is that their workers are at home at night. So you can always go to the website, rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. You can hit the careers page, and you can see all the positions that they have available. You want to be home at night to eat dinner, go watch your kids play their ball games. You could do it when you work at River Parish Contractors. And, of course, when they fabricate and install themselves, not only is it easier on the engineer, but you also get a significant cost savings because of taxes. So River Parish Contractors, check them out online at rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Tuesday edition of AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Really disappointed with LSU's social media team. Are you kidding me? Get the freaking lineup out, man. What are we doing? They got some dramatic change coming that they're hiding from everybody. Usually it's posted an hour before first pitch.
I mean, could be. Who knows? Maybe Jay's just starting all freshmen tonight. Every one of them.
Doubtful.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
All right, we're waiting on Otter because, of course, we are.
I was about to say that's not abnormal.
You can always get Otter locks at louisianasports.net. Louisianasports.net. Just go to the sports betting page. You'll see it right there. Interested to see what the Otter thinks. So I'll just go ahead and give you the picks, and if he calls, he can give you some reasoning. But they're up at louisianasports.net. So, okay, we got him. There's two first four games tonight. And of course, the one we're all going to keep an eye on is NC State and Texas. All right, hit it. Otter locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Yo, Otter, what up?
What's going on with you?
Ready to see if Will Wade's tenure at NC State is done after one season tonight.
We'll see. I think they're in a little trouble tonight.
Okay.
They are not playing well. The only win they have was, one of those first games when Caleb Wilson and North Carolina's best player was out. That place was electric that night. That was one of our picks that night. They gave North Carolina their worst loss in that, 40 years in that series. And that has been it. One win to start the ACC tournament, 7 other losses. They have really struggled coming down the stretch, and I don't like them tonight. I like Texas. Texas has been a little bit more consistent coming down the stretch. Texas has a little bit of an advantage down in the post. NC State can get hot, but they're streaky from the perimeter, like most teams are, and they can light it up like they did at SMU. But I think that's a lot to depend on when you're handicapping. So I'm on Texas tonight in this game. So the these guys will never coach again battle tonight. That was what a lot of people were saying. John Miller and Willie Wade. Love Willie Wade. I love Willie Wade. I wish he was here. So anyway.
The other game is Howard and UMBC, and that's live. You can in-game it right now. UMBC is now plus 4.5 right now as they trail early And on the money line,
Yeah.
it's plus $1.75 right now.
Yeah, I would recommend that right now. You know, this was a weird line shift right before tip, about 20 minutes before shift. Some respected money came in on the Bison of Howard, and that moved it from plus 1.5 to minus 1.5. So it went, through Pick'em and moved 3 points. And so NBC started out with a 4-0 lead, but it's been pretty much all Howard since then. And then lead 17-11,
1 minute
13
remaining.
minute mark in the first half. So I do have want to add one NIT game for you, Matt. And that is, oh gosh, now we kept trying to find it here. I had it written. Here it is. A little bit later tonight, Davidson in Oklahoma. We're going to go with Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin plus 7.5 against Tulsa. Stephen F. Austin had a great year. They won the Southland regular season. They got bum rushed by McNeese State. That was by far their best performance of the year. I think they'll bounce back with some pride under first-year coach. I think you're looking to build something. Stephen F. Austin plus 7.5.
All right. Where are you tomorrow?
We are at Sammy's Grill, the original on Highland near Starring.
Very good. Thank you, Otter. Good luck.
All right, good luck.
All right, man. We'll see you. All right, that'll do it for us here. Shout out to Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Muse Pauly, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, we remind you about Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. lmfj.com. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com. You can always start there. If you're thinking of popping the question, gents, start at Lee Michaels because they've helped Louisianians get engaged for 4 decades, and there's a reason they hang around. They have the best selection at the best prices with the best experience. When you think about the big box store jewelers, you're probably going to get a cookie cutter experience. You go to a little boutique jeweler, you're not going to have a great selection, and you're probably going to overpay. Lee Michaels is that, it's like Goldilocks. It's perfect. It's just right. They have 9 locations, so they have a great selection. If they don't have what you want, they'll find it. If they can't find it, they'll make it because they're experts. And they can afford you the best pricing as well for whatever is in your budget. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. LMFJ.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
My father, J.B. Faugu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Faugu.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.